tell you. The sequential nature of real history cannot be repeated precisely by prescience. We grasp incidents cut out of the chain. That is why I deny my own powers. Eternity moves. It inflicts itself upon me. Let my subjects doubt my majesty and my oracular visions. Let them never doubt eternity. The Doomsday Proverbs, Road to Dune. Welcome back to Dune Saga, everyone. This is Season 5 of our Dune campaign here on the Stolen Fires channel. I'm Eric, the GM for this multi-arc adventure series, which continues tonight with the final storyline to our saga, Eye of the Storm. A warm welcome and salutation to new and old viewers alike here to the Stolen Fires channel on Twitch, where there's always an awesome TTRPG live play to look forward to. Just as a content warning, this program does feature adult situations and language and may not be suitable for all ages, so viewer discretion is advised. And of course, because we live in hell, we have to remind everyone at the top of the show that the people of Gaza and West Bank are still subject to terrible violence despite the so-called ceasefire. So leading relief efforts online are the U.S. Campaign for Palestinian Rights and the Palestinian Children Release Fund. So head on over to uscpr.org or www.pcrf.net and donate what you can to a network of activists and organizations who are committed to freedom, justice, and equality. Educate others, organize and advocate for Palestinian rights. And again, that's uscpr.org and pcrf.net. For musical attributions, shoutouts go out to Pixabay, Scott Buckley, Darren Curtis Music, Coag Music, Tabletop Audio, Repulsive Sound, and Blear Moon. You can find more awesome ambient sounds and tunes over at secretpress.bandcamp.com, scottbuckley.com.au, YouTube Music, and pixabay.com/music. Thank you to our viewers and fans for tuning in. Now we can turn to our house entourage, who is here and ready to engage in the deadliest of intrigues. Agents of the Imperium, please tell the audience who you are, where they can find you online, and who you will be playing this evening. Beginning with Leo.
Hello, my name is Leo, and you can find me here playing this game currently. And today I'll be playing Archibald. Lots of big choices. We're going in the right direction.
Beware decision paralysis. Moon.
Hello, I'm Khaldun Khalil. Everyone calls me Moon. I write for role-playing games. You can find me on the Storyteller's Vault, Drive-Through RPG, that kind of thing, and at gaming stores or whatever. But those books have already been paid for. So if you actually give me money, you can go to Patreon, which is, I think, True Moon at Patreon or Moon RPGs. I'm on Twitch here and YouTube. And yeah, you can find me on this channel playing Dune, and I play D&D on Coven MTG on Wednesday nights as well.
Aaron.
Hello, I am Aaron, pronouns she, Faye. I play Administrator Eloise, head of the Spacing Guild, pronouns she, they. You can, I think, only find me right now here and on YouTube on occasion for when we record Dungeon Bitches that I'm currently playing on Wednesdays.
Very good. Ever?
Hello, everybody. You can call me Ever or Ambrose, whatever floats your goat this evening. And my pronouns are they or he. And tonight I shall be playing Zoshir and Lysander, who both of them have he, him pronouns. Though I guess Lysanders are also row/bot, so.
Yeah. And last but not least, of course, Rachel.
Hello, my name is Rachel. I am Stolen Fires. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoy your stay here. And we have a lot of really fun TTRPGs. We've got Lost Mines of Phandelver running on Mondays. Tuesdays, since it looks like a magic smoke situation is resolving, we're gonna go back to Heart, the City Beneath, which I'm really looking forward to. It's a really cool dark fantasy independent RPG. And then on Saturday, Bob will be running Prowlers and Paragons, a superhero RPG where I play steampunk Civil War variant of Steve Rogers. Yeah, follow me on Blue Sky and YouTube. And I play Lady Daphne, who, if you have not been watching the show, I stole all of Lady Jessica's narrative story beats. They're mine now.
Excellent. And now for a recap of the previous session, if you would be so kind, Aaron.
Sure. We enter Ixian airspace, seeing for the first time the Emperor's new hayliners under construction. Edric is concerned about what the navigation system might be, if construction can be slowed down, and worst of all, what the Emperor might do once he gets them. These aren't just ships, they're weapons. Archibald wants to do some research, but he also wants to be undercover, so his Varangian guard disguise themselves as guild escorts, as does Anessa. Daphne elects to play up her Fremen nature, lean into her blue-on-blue eyes, and crysknife to emphasize her role as Sayadina, the better to support Eloise's claim to have Fremen support. As they depart, Daphne overhears Varys and Mossam arguing. Varys is saying something about duty and guiding the Imperium. Daphne enters the conversation just as they mention Eloise. He says he hears the whispers of the dead, and again accuses Daphne of being in league with the Bene Gesserit. She clarifies that she can't unlearn her education, but she's certainly on the outs with them right now. Taking a bit of a risk, Daphne explains the Bene Gesserit breeding project to him, and that Massam may have the potential to find his own ancestral memories. Massam seems intrigued, though the rest of the conversation must be tabled until their return to Arrakis. Elsewhere, Archibald discusses strategy with Anessa. His long-term goal is to free Two-Pile, though Anessa suggests they stay focused on thwarting the Emperor's desire to destroy the entire Imperium. Though she focuses on Archibald's use of Aur. Is he now a member of the New Jihad? Well, Archibald never really fit in anywhere else. From there, we take the shuttle down to Planet, where an envoy waits for us. Daphne recognizes the envoy, Callum von Gorson, who helped House Cheshire long ago. He works with technologists and black marketeers over more controversial technologies. Callum helped them find an Ixian Pro to help with Alicia's former issues. And there goes Daphne's attempts to pose as a born Fremen, though he doesn't appear to recognize her. Yet. He does seem surprised at the size of the entourage, and says as much to Administrator Eloise. She covertly orders a sweep of their assigned suites, wary of both being spied upon and another assassination attempt. Archibald succeeds and finds a few listening devices. However, they seem to be focused on Archibald and Eloise's rooms. Archibald decides to leave them where they are, the better to control what information the Ixians learn. Earl Bronzo Vernius waits to receive the entourage, but for a few moments we have run of the place. Daphne decides to accompany Eloise, intrigued by the role reversal with Eloise being the center of attention, while Archibald wanders off on his own. Archibald finds Callum making a note of the suspicious tech he finds. He finds what looks like a library with impossibly high ceiling, where the shelves are stocked with spools instead of books. He heads to the Butlerian portion of the library, especially interested in learning how the first jihad was won, and of course if there's any record of anyone like him. But there's so much information it's difficult to parse out any one useful piece of information. He does find some information about a virus specifically targeting humanity. Archibald realizes he might find out more on Ikaz. Behind closed doors, Eloise, Daphne, and Entourage meet with Earl Bronzo. The Vernius leader appears celibate, lacking a partner, but also subtly a cyborg. Some of his augments are not by choice, but instead remedies for his injuries. The Earl offers them refreshments, and Eloise is happy to accept some melange, though warning it might provoke a vision. They sit, and the Earl immediately wants to discuss the audit. Eloise fakes a moment of prescience to give Daphne the chance to study the Earl. To Daphne's eyes, he stands as tall as a leader might be expected, especially one as unique as the head of House Verdius. But despite his stance, he lacks confidence, almost to the point of despondence. Daphne communicates as much, suggesting he could use some friends. Eloise decides to speak candidly. The audit is no audit, but a guise to investigate the new Hayliners. She also speaks to the powerful mind she sensed, perhaps of a navigator or even a thinking machine. Eloise clarifies she's not accusing the Earl of anything, but suggests they might have an enemy in common. Gathering his thoughts, the Earl says that the Hayliners were not his doing, but rather an order accepted by a minor house, Vivar. He denies the presence of thinking machines, but that's when Eloise reveals Allfather, as well as the destruction of Junction and the Emperor's compromised status. She speaks directly of wanting allies. The Earl mentions his own secrets without naming them. Eloise takes the opportunity to ask about the fortunes of House Atreides. Earl Bronzo affirms that as far as he knows, the house and most of his family still live, though not on this planet. He instead directs those questions to House Randall, along with their moon Petra 3, which hosts a closed research facility. Eloise makes a note to add them to the audit. At this point, the Earl hurls his hand to an earpiece as something else comes through. Daphne wanders, remembering when her house was cut off from the guild bank. She notices a unique group outside of Vernier Serchome. After studying them, she identifies them as House Randall, who seem to have freedom of the place. She also notices a distinct lack of Bene Gesserit around. Odd, considering the Earl is both single and powerful. Daphne and Eloise consult with each other. After hearing what Daphne has learned, Eloise sends a spy ahead to House Randall. But even while she sends out these orders, she can tell she's under observation. Archibald stops Daphne and Varys and asks what they might know about the rogue Hayliner. Varys knows Callum is probably the one in charge of that. Eloise asks him to Daphne's quarters. Archibald confronts him about being a focus point for the Ixane black market, and of course he denies it at first. But after some light pressure by Eloise and Daphne, Archibald offers a deal. He wants to know about a rogue Hayliner. Callum attempts to dissemble, but Eloise asks Varys to step forward. Revealing himself, Varys persuades Callum to talk more. This jogs his memory, and the party immediately relocates to a more secure chamber. Eloise makes it a point to escort Callum personally. Once inside the secure chamber, they can speak honestly. Archibald brings up the rogue Hayliner, but Callum can do nothing about that. He does know about the exiles, though. Archibald requests a strong flow of trade, sending tech to the exiles and the new jihad, especially tech that can kill thinking machines. But Callum can provide some plans for pulse swords, inadvisable to use on Arrakis, but effective against thinking machines. But Callum knows nothing about thinking machines. The Cheshires quickly bring him up to speed, to his horror. Pondering devastators, the same light emerges from his head that Eloise witnessed. Daphne tries to intervene, but it's too late. Callum speaks, his voice filling the whole room, but instead of words, his voice becomes a weapon. Daphne must call on every moment she spent in Bene Gesserit training to resist the sonic attack unscathed. Varys attempts to defend her, but also finds the attack unmatched to his skills and requires him to draw on the depths of his own training. While the couple struggles, Eloise takes a pinch of spice and focuses all of her mutations and training to stab Callum through the collar. It detaches, though they struggle for control of the weapon. Archibald follows Eloise's moves up with a kick to Callum's abdomen to help subdue him. Clearly this man is different than who we spoke to earlier. After Eloise finishes off with her power to block someone off from prescience, Callum falls insensate to the ground. Eloise is exhausted from the effort. Something about this conflict took the energy out of her. Her new-formed gills flex as she tries to explain what she did. Callum is escorted in secrecy back to the ship, though Daphne insists he be kept separate from Lysander until they know more. Eloise gives an order to cause chaos to draw attention away, while Varys escorts Callum through the ruckus. Aboard ship, Yue is surprised to encounter another one, but immediately gets to work. Eloise uses her leverage over House Vernius to ensure a quick and effortless trip to Petra to continue the audit on House Randall.
Excellent. Thank you for reading that, Aaron, and thank you as always, Rachel, for taking excellent notes. Now we can continue with Eye of the Storm. I think we'll start with Zoshir, and as they were recently in the company of Dr. Kynes and Amira, as they were bound for Arrakis. It was a relatively short trip. Nevertheless, I do recall that Eloise gave a Shiga wire of communication to Amira to present to the Fremen as some kind of gift, perhaps, or an offering of some kind, to basically as a peace offering to make amends for previous transgressions. And now we're going to see where that inevitably took her and the rest of her company. So, Shir, you and Kynes discuss things on the way down to the planet's surface and on the way over to Siege Tabir with Stilgar. When you arrived in Sihaya, there was a lot of activity about, and there seemed to be messages coming from Stilgar Siege about a need to get together for war plans. And you yourself needed to get the attention of the Naibs in order to get this new deal from the guild to the rest of the Fremen people to basically, begin the process of healing between the guild and them. And so you establish some sort of a meeting at Siege Tabir with the other Naibs showing up with their own entourages. And they're basically going to hold like a council, which you, of course, will be needed to be present as you're the Naib of Naibs. Amira is, of course, to be presented before the council to kind of present the guild's new position on things. Stilgar is, of course, serves on that council and is probably the loudest and most supportive voice you have. Whereas the other ones are a little waffly given everything that's happened recently. They do not, of course, know about your outreach to the Idwali, which could be detrimental if they were to find out, or if things don't go smoothly in that regard. Nevertheless, you're here to oversee this council and to basically speak to what the guild is proposing by sending one of their representatives forward in this manner. They have not looked at the Shiga Wire encoded message yet, but Aaron, if you would like to portray Amira for this scene, you can, if you'd like.
Sure, sounds good.
Okay. So there's a lot of commotion inside the chamber until Zoshir and Amira walk in. Dr. Kynes follows behind you, and she takes a position on the far end of the room and just kind of sits down. She is obviously very recognized among the Fremen and revered. But she tries to downplay her own presence here and just decides to be an observer in what's about to happen in these proceedings. So, the council, everyone in the chamber hushes as soon as you walk in, and they take their seats, and they begin as soon as you're ready. Let's see here. They say, the crimes of this Amira from the guild are known to us. Present are witnesses from Sihaya Tabrir that corroborate what happened. We know that this woman was responsible for the murder of a Sayadina and a religious figure among our people. Though not all of us on this council claim to have been adherents to Kyra's beliefs, she was a holy woman in her tribe. Fremen law is clear. The murderer's water belongs to the Siege, and Kyra's remaining kin should be the ones to wield our justice. Amira, we will now hear what you have to say.
Amira clears her throat and is like, the message I bear is not my own, so I'll just let her speak for herself.
Okay. Okay. They bring the Stilgar motions for somebody to come bring a Solido projector that they set up. It's a tiny little thing that they set up on the floor in the center of the room, and you basically feed the Shiga wire into it, and the holographic image will present itself to everybody in the room. What do they see?
So Eloise appears on the Shiga wire, and she's like, "Greetings, Fremen of Arrakis. We've not met personally, except for a few of you. Zoshir and I have only met briefly. I am the aunt of the Sayadina Daphne, and brother to one of her husbands, Varys, or sister to her husband, Varys. I am the new administrator of the Spacing Guild now. I was once a member of House Cheshire. I was exiled during an unfortunate event and then found my way to freedom and into the position I now hold. I'd like to start a new chapter with you all, a new chapter of the Guild and a new chapter of the Fremen. Thinking machines have returned, and I have decided that it is in our best interest to no longer remain neutral. So, I have an offer for you all to consider. First, I will give over all information to every satellite on Arrakis to you. You'll be able to track the movements of everyone, including your own people. We will not provide any of this data to any of the houses any longer. It will be kept between you and I. Second, whatever claims to land you want to claim, I will give to you. As long as the spice still flows, I don't care who rules Arrakis. the next thing I'd like will need soldiers, and I know there are no better than your thinking machines are a threat to the entire species of humanity, and I need your help. So, a bit of a peace offering. I'm sure you recognize my beloved Amira here as the one who murdered your Sayadina Kyra. So, I know how you would normally treat her, but I would ask in this moment a favor of you, and I will owe one to you in turn. I will let you choose someone to fight her one-on-one, and if she dies, her water is yours. If she lives, she will be considered innocent in your eyes now.
Cool. The Fremen are like, they look at each other and they nod, and Stilgar is just kind of like speechless. The Naibs are like, so this new administrator of the guild invokes the Tahari challenge. I think we know who our champion will be, and they look.
Oh, no.
They all look to Zoshir.
No!
Oh God.
What did you think was gonna happen?
I figured one of her adherents, of Kyra's adherents, would be not
God.
fucking the Mahdi. Well,
Cool.
Well,
cool.
Do you accept the challenge, Zoshir, or do you prefer to lose face in the within your praying coalition?
Shit.
She would have been your mother-in-law.
Oh lordy. He can't afford to lose face, but he also can't afford for Eloise to despise him forever.
Decisions.
I think Eloise knew what she was doing.
I will say that the pain on Eloise's face was evident when she was saying the last bit.
Okay.
And Amira's face also, by the way, is fucking horror. Like, not that she's afraid, but like she just got fucking like stabbed in the directly in the heart.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Gutted.
Oh boy. Man, Eric just loves that PvP lately.
I mean, it's not technically PvP.
It happened naturally. I didn't know this was gonna happen.
Oh god. Zoshir will very grimly accept.
Very well. On your terms, Muddy. You see, wow. Okay, I'm gonna throw that out. Let's see.
Of course, Amira might
Did
just
we
murder me.
Short circuit a plot line.
No, I mean, I had some prepared statements, but I also didn't know that there was going to be this prospect of a duel taking place, which is like, whoa. No, you see, the Kynes looks like she's about to say something, and then she just kind of like, she knows that she can't contest this. It's
No,
done.
Kynes, feel free to say something.
yeah, go ahead,
Kynes, please.
Please speak, Kynes.
She's got something in her
like,
back pocket.
nudging.
She's gonna put it in her back pocket and just wait to see how this plays out. Because you're both very
Kynes,
talented
rewind.
warriors.
Boy.
Yeah. So, you set the stage here, Zoshir. You decide how this contest is going to play itself out. Obviously, you know, if everybody's cool with PvP, we'll go ahead and proceed with the proceedings. With a quick
the most
duel.
reticent thumbs up ever.
Please don't murder my husband.
I make no promises. I mean,
Or
Amira's
you.
Amira's a
Oh.
quality 2 asset, so she has 2 to everything she does automatically.
Oh shit.
If Daphne already hates Amira now, you realize if you kill her husband, she's even gonna be more mad.
Yes, I'm aware that there is not a good. There is. Number one, Eloise didn't realize Zoshir was going to be the person that Amira dueled. There is no number 2. That's just it. Eloise didn't know it was going to be Zoshir.
Doom.
Also, You can decide if you wish to actually go through the dueling rules, or if you just want to keep it simple and go with the skirmish-based kind of combat. Up
I'm
to you.
good with down and dirty. Whatever you prefer, ever.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Very good. So normally what's supposed to happen is the players go first, but since the players are essentially fighting one another in this particular case, well, I'll say Zashir takes the first action. So you get to decide if you want to advance and try to test their defenses or what have you, do some fast footwork or what have you to try to throw them off your game.
We'll
Do
take
you
a
want
stab
to
at it.
take a stab at it? Do you want to have this contest take place like before everybody in that room, or did you want to be like this happens outside, or anything as far as like set dressing or anything like that is concerned?
Unfortunately, I feel like it would only be fair that it be done in front of these people.
Sure. Okay.
So, in front of
Makes
his
sense.
peoples. Yeah.
Very well. You circle one another. You're given your options of weapons to choose from. This is going to be now. Obviously, this is a duel, so under Fremen law, it's like whoever loses dies. Essentially, of course, you are the Mahdi, so you have final say. But just beware of what your choices are going on at this point with the other Naibs watching and weighing everything that you do.
Panic.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Especially if I die.
Sorry, I just read chat.
Okay. So
You
Sheer.
have a spare.
You have a spare husband.
Spare husband. Leave him in the trunk, just in case.
Oh, Lord.
The sea of Fremen part, and you each come from one end of the chamber. You exchange glances. There's like a flourish of blade with, and then they kind of give you the motion, like go ahead, proceed. And you're given a wide berth. It's a bit of a long, large circular chamber that you can conduct your business in. Go ahead and roll your dice. If you would like to add some dice to your attack, you want to pay me threat because you have no momentum currently.
He's got 15 already. He doesn't need it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna be using my Chris knife.
Okay.
That way maybe it'll be a little extra excuse of, oh look, I shed blood, battle's over, yay.
Yeah. For the uninitiated Amira, the Fremen are like, you understand that this duel's for the death, right? They kind of lay out the rules.
I don't think Amira is just like looking down with like her knives at her side. It looks like it very
She's
much
already
looks like
defeated.
that is what she is putting the vibe she's putting out anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I'm using no way, am I using a focus?
You're just gonna roll.
Short blades. Does
Okay.
that count as Chris knife?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So this is just a regular 2 dice roll.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. So you get to initiate.
Uh-oh.
You have 2 successes. All right, Amira, I need you to roll battle, and you need to get 2 or higher to defend.
Sounds good. This will be power, I think, because my statement is death determines who rules.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah.
Amira becomes next Naib?
I don't think either of my focuses apply because it's assassination and sneak attack, and I'm on the defense currently.
Yeah, no. This is they purposely gave you off your game here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So that's
Oh, no.
1.
Okay, so that means 1 success gets through, 2 damage, and then you add the quality of the blade, which is always at least 1.
Mine is a 3.
Yours is a 3 quality blade?
Yes.
So that means Amira loses 5 battle points in
Holy
one go,
shit.
unless you want to spend a, sorry, unless you have a determination point that you wish to spend, which you can because you use your statement. In which case you can re-roll the 15 and hope for something better.
I also have a talent called Cool Under Pressure where I can spend a determination point to automatically succeed. Can I do that instead?
Yeah, you can do that.
I will.
So-
I will indeed then spend her one action point, determination point to just win this
Sure.
contest.
Okay.
So
Well,
Amir's,
in this particular case, it's the exchange, right?
yeah, yeah,
Okay, got it.
yes. So yeah, Amir will, as Zoshir comes to swing, she just like, it's like she's moving slow, but it's just like it glances like the many scarves she wears and like cuts like
Nice. That's a good visual. Yeah, you shed one of the many scarves like a second skin and just kind of flutters to the ground.
Nice.
And now it's your turn to retaliate, as you will.
Uh,
That's Amira's turn. I should specify.
Yes.
And you can pay me threat, of course, if you want to, additional dice to throw at Zoshir.
So I think in her posture, it looks like she's not going to take a swing, and then like she'll flip the blade and like she's falling like on her knees, but it's a stab into Zoshir. So can I use my sneak attack focus in that case?
If you can manage to deceive Zoshir, then yes.
All right.
I feel like
in
that's
which case,
cheating.
Yes,
in which
yes,
case
she
you
is
can
fighting
do-
dirty.
Yeah. Do you have deception as a focus under communication?
I do not, but
Or sorry,
I do have infiltration and stealth.
give me a move roll, and
Okay.
Zoshir, you give me a discipline roll. And if Zoshir is able to match or exceed the move roll that Amira is establishing, then you can see through the deception, and you won't.
I won't get the focus. Okay,
You won't
seems
get
fair.
the focus.
I'll be using power for all these rolls. I'm just gonna
Sure,
say it
makes
now.
sense. Yeah, no problem.
That is 2.
Self-interest.
Oh,
Okay.
snap.
2.
Okay.
Do you have a quality? Oh, you have a quality
Oh.
2, right?
Yes, so 4. That is a 4 for me. Sorry.
Okay. So, well, and when it comes to specific attacks and stuff like that, then you'll probably get the plus or
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
But in
Yeah,
this particular
it's
case,
weird.
you
It's weird
matched.
it's weird to increase the quality of a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, when you're playing the person, then that's when you use the quality of the assets. It's when Elois would use her in architect mode or something like that. That's when
Got it.
the quality comes into play.
All right, that makes a lot more sense.
So in this particular case, you got 2 successes, but Zoshir saw through the deception. You're not like falling forward; you're going for a slide, and you're trying to use the backswing of your blade to catch him in his hamstring. He sees through the deception and readjusts, repositions, and so now your attack can commence, but without the focus.
Fair enough. I'll pay you a threat.
Oh, okay. How delightful.
Don't kill God.
No focus.
3 successes. Oh
Oh,
boy.
dang.
4, I suppose, with the quality, because it always has one quality. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. So you need to meet or exceed 4 successes on this battle roll, Zoshir, to not take
shit.
any damage from the attack.
I do have the focus evasive action, so that's helpful.
Huh.
I also have. What is the. Oh no, that's mover discipline. Never mind. Damn. No, not that.
Yeah, Mira's not good at duels. She's good at stabbing you when you're not expecting it.
Okay, I'm going to also give you a threat.
Okay. On the road to 20. All right, I'm at 17. Proceed.
Oh. Oh no!
Oh no, indeed. All right, so you got 1 success after the quality of your blade. That's 4. So that's still a decent defense. You still managed to block. Oh,
I'm so sorry. I have the slow blade, so when I buy dice, I can choose an asset to ignore.
oh
On my-
fuck. Oh fuck.
So yeah,
Ooh.
it's the Chris knife.
Shit. Okay, so in this particular case, you're hitting 4 versus 1. So yeah, that means you 3 get through. You could lose this right now, Zoshir. You have unless you can spend a determination point to re-roll those
Yeah,
two
I'll do that.
dice. Okay. Boy, oh
Okay,
boy.
re-rolling 2 dices.
Things are getting spicy this session. Off the bat.
2 successes.
Okay, so that's 2 additional successes for 3, which means 1 gets through, you lose 2 battle. As you just you see it coming and you move out of the way, and she still manages to bring up the blade in such a way that she manages to catch your still suit, makes you bleed or something, you know. And you're like, ah. And you kind of like, yeah, you jump back and get repositioned again. It's now Zoshir. Third
Okay.
exchange.
I'm just gonna repeat the things that I've been doing.
Does that include giving me a threat for an extra die?
Yeah, you know
That's
what?
ass.
Why not?
Oh,
Let's get you to your
no.
goal of 20.
So close.
What have I started?
Like, you know what? If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna die.
My hubris.
Crazy.
Ow, my hubris, that hurts. Oh!
Fuck me.
Boy. Okay. So that's 4 plus 3. So that's 7 successes.
How
That's,
did I do that?
That's game, set, and match, I think. But Amira still has a chance. She could roll spectacularly well, and she could give me a buttload of threat to roll some extra dice.
I suppose I'll give you 3 threat for 2 extra dice. Might as well
Sure.
get you that 21.
Sure. Yeah.
Question.
Let's go for it.
If this is successful, can Zoshir stop it before actually killing Amira?
You could, but in defeating her, you would have to completely disarm her. She has to lose her blade, but and not be able to retaliate. And
Okay,
using her
that is
weapons and
the
stuff.
goal with that move, so.
You want to try to to remove her
Yeah,
blade?
yeah.
Okay. So let's see.
I would be untrue to the character if I allowed her to go down without trying her hardest. So I'm going to have to do
course.
this. I really don't think there's a chance of fucking hell I'm gonna make this roll, but
You want to bet?
Nadim thinks you should both go for it.
Oh, jeez.
Always take the advice of a mentor.
yeah, there we
Especially a
go.
twisted one.
2 complications and 2 successes.
Oh Jesus.
Oh shit!
It's a terrible roll.
Wow. Okay, so
Uh-oh.
7 versus what's your quality blade again? 2.
2, yeah. So 4. I
Wow,
think that
okay,
almost defeats me. I'm at 1 battle, I think, after
Yeah.
that.
3. That's wow. Okay, so yeah, the 3. That pretty much defeats you. Now, because you're a major character, and there's a reason why I put this in the chat, you could resist defeat. However, in order to resist defeat in this particular case, you have to give me more threat, because the quality of Zoshir's blade is a 3. It says, all player characters, notable and major non-player supporting characters, may resist defeat once per scene. When they do, they are simply not defeated and may continue the conflict, but not healed in any way. It costs 1 momentum or 1 threat, and causes you to suffer a complication. The amount of momentum or threat spent to resist defeat increases by an amount equal to the potency, or quality in this case, of the asset used to cause the defeat. So-
Can I pitch the 2 complications as Amir losing both her weapons because she uses 2 daggers?
Oh, sure.
so
Does she
I-
also
I-
have a shield, though, or no?
She does have a shield, yeah.
Okay, so then we could just say it's 1 weapon and the shield, or
Okay.
dealer's choice, I guess, in this case, for Zoshir.
Yeah, I'll let Zoshir decide what 2 assets you want to knock off the table.
My assets?
No.
Oh,
no,
your
Amira's.
assets.
At my Louise has 2 knives and a shield.
I will knock off The two knives.
So she is unarmed and
Two
has a
blades.
shield.
Yeah, so you move in, and she's got her shield on, and the hull of this, inside of the siege, and you're just like battering back, and you yourself don't use the shields here, so you're just kind of unfamiliar with the practice, but you get it, and you manage to move in quick enough, or slow enough rather, to get inside the guard and grab her wrist and twist it and drop the blade. When she brings up the other one, you kind of duck underneath and you grab her arm and you twist it around, and once she drops and tries to catch it with her other hand, you kick it out of the way with your knee, and both blades go clattering into the chamber.
Oh dear.
Everybody is on the edge of their seat as you now have a clear advantage over your opponent. You've not destroyed her just yet, but now it is Amira's turn.
So the damage to the battle does affect the dice, or does it not affect my barometer first? Okay. It's just
no death
it's just
spiral
how long. Okay, got it. No death spiral. Oh Lord.
Yes.
Amira barely believes in Eloise's prescience. I don't think she's gonna give a flying fuck about the buddy. Though faith is one of her higher statements, but it's about her heart, not her head.
She better rethink that after Eloise threw her to the wolves.
Yes. That's why I haven't been using faith. All right.
No.
I think wounded like she is, she's going to make a desperation play here. And since Zoshir's not using a shield, she figures if she can just collapse his windpipe, it doesn't matter if she's armed or not. So
Wow,
she's going to go
yeah.
for just full out. I'm not going to pay you any more threat. You've gotten enough.
Sure.
Wait, are you at 20 yet?
21.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I
That's
put
enough threat.
Yeah, that's
enough
enough.
threat back.
Can I use assassination focus on this? Because I am.
Trying to kill him?
Yes.
Trying to kill Sashir?
Yeah.
I'll allow it. It's
Okay.
fine.
Cool. Two successes.
Okay. Sashir, you know what to do?
Power word kill. No kill. Only disarm.
Power word disarm, yes.
Yes, disarm and dead arm.
But the
Dead arm, dead
council
arm.
is waiting for blood.
I will shed le blood.
Okay.
The blood.
Le blood.
Top up a finger and be like,
What is blood in French? It's got to be something vitae because it's Latin
Is it
based.
sangre?
Huh?
Sangre.
Sangre. There we go.
Just like in
Song.
Spanish, sangre.
That's
I think it's
Oh.
pronounced song.
or
Well,
Oh
Oh
no.
boy. Okay,
boy.
so that's 2 successes over, plus the quality of the blade. Although, though you bought dice from me, I think, didn't you? Oh no, you didn't. You didn't. So you can't ignore the asset this time.
yeah.
Okay, so that's 5 successes. Yeah. So, how does Joshir shed the blood of Amira? And what happened? You hold her fate in your hand. So what happens now?
So he manages to get the Chris knife somehow to this deadly assassin's throat and just nicks. And then resheathes the Chris knife. But he would like to address the crowd.
Mm.
Hyra allowed her death. She saw it coming. Amira was no killer, if that is the case.
You see the council kind of like take this in, and they look at each other and they look back, and they stand up from where they're sitting. They look down upon you and your opponent as Amira is clearly bleeding a little bit from her throat with your blade there. Um, and now this is where you have to make an appeal
I do.
because because you're basically telling them to throw out their traditions, and you say this through your own teeth because you recall recently having gone to the Dwali, and they said, "What is it that you seek to change about us?" And it was kind of a trick question. You said, "Oh, I don't seek to change anything about who we are as a people, or your culture, or anything like that." And here you are doing precisely the opposite,
In
potentially.
his mind, he's not changing any tradition because Kyra technically killed herself if that was the case, if she saw her death coming.
No. She did not commit suicide. Let me just correct
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
right
she
there.
more.
Yeah.
Like you're
If
trying to argue that Amira was an agent of fate.
Yes.
I will, if Amir could Amir is angry by the way that you did not finish her off. It's very apparent on her face. And she's like,
Yeah,
what the Mahdi says
disrespect.
is true. Kyra let me slice her femoral artery so her passing would be peaceful, at least. I did not ambush her. She saw me immediately and knew who I was.
Aw, little friend. Yeah, he'll address them after she says that. Um, Amira was key to the events that have unfolded thus far. Kyra saw her role in the future, and it was necessary for this to happen. In this coming battle, we need every able warrior we can get. Otherwise, Kyra's death will have been in vain.
You know what Fremen law is, Madi. You are the word in the light, however. I need you to make a communication test, please.
Oh, shit.
And you get an extra die for free. And this is when Dr. Kynes stands up at the far end of the chamber and steps up to say something.
Oh, shit. This will be.
I too have something to say about this, she says.
Oh, okay.
This woman and I stood shoulder to shoulder and fought Sardaukar in the halls of the Landsred and in the presence of the Emperor himself. An Emperor who is poised to put an entire solar system to the flame. If we allow this injustice to persist against the exiled of the Imperium, understand that those same actions will be turned inward and levied to all others. No one will be safe, inside or outside the siege. So, you get to roll your dice, your 3 dice, and Dr. Kynes will be assisting you in making this communications roll.
Yay!
Would you like to pay me some extra threat?
You have enough. Don't get greedy.
Just thought I'd ask, you know? Okay, proceed.
Termination, use it.
Am I using a focus? No, I'm not. Okay. Oh.
You got 3 successes.
Not bad.
I need
And a
to
complication.
find Dr. Kynes here so I can have him assist you. Yeah, here we go. So she's going to also hit the communicate, and she is diplomatic, so that helps. She has and this is going to be about.
Bill, she was pretty. Do I get bonus points for that?
Nice try.
Yeah.
Fact cannot be obscured, only confused. The desert will provide, or I owe the Emperor my allegiance. What the Fremen my life. I guess this fits duty, I suppose. Fremen over the Emperor, 1 die with a focus. Let's see what she gets. 2 successes.
That's really good.
That is an epic success for a total of 5. Which is
Woohoo!
appropriate considering this is a pretty big moment where the Fremen are being told by their messiah to basically eschew some of their oldest traditions and laws. You feel a little bit of part of you die inside when you say those words, and you watch the look on the Naib's face, and you recall the Idwali's, you know, a conversation with you out in the deep desert. They reluctantly look at one another once again and officially kind of decree, like, very well, the murderer will be released as per your request, Adi. And he's like, however, she may never once again step inside the halls of this or any other siege, save on pain of death. And it's like, we accept this new administrator's, new guild administrator's proposal. It's like, and of course, and they say we will listen to the words of Liet going forward. And he's like, in the name of Shai-Hulud, be like Haifa. And everybody kind of responds, be like Haifa. Let it be so. What do you do once the council sort of convenes or adjourns their meeting? Stilgar comes up and like clasps you on the shoulder, and he's like, I do not envy you, my D. That was a very difficult decision you had to make. And it's like, we will be needing to. Would you need me to take the guild's representative back to the spaceport?
Please, if you could. Before Zoshir actually resheathes his crysknife, as a kind of statement, he will also shed his own blood and then resheath it.
Technically you don't have to, because you did shed her blood, even if it was
I know.
for a little bit. But yeah, you do it yourself, and the Fremen definitely take notice. It's like, oh, he did. Zoshir did not think of her blood as having been shed, and shed his own blood instead. And they kind of like, they kind of quietly observe that about you. Okay. But with that being said and done, Amira, you are is released and is taken back to the spaceport, and within about a day or two's time, we'll probably reunite with Eloise, or perhaps not. I'm curious to know what is going on through Amira's head right now.
Oh boy,
she's alive. Is she though?
I think when she picks, like, as she's leaving the siege and she picks the knives up, she has a death grip on them, like to the point that they have like the hilts have cut her hand.
Yeah.
Like she intends to deliver this message that her, like, Eloise's offer has accepted very personally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's all she's.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious, like, if she's going to return to Eloise, like, under the guise of, like, yeah, mission accomplished, or she's going back to.
But I think it's somewhere in the middle of that access. Maybe leaning a little towards, like, you're not going to have done this and not have consequences, like,
right.
Not murder necessarily, because like that's just not going to make her feel better. And I think even an assassin knows that, like, you can't kill your way into feeling better after your heart's broken.
Of course, yeah.
Ooh, I would like to propose a skirmish and then make out session.
That's not in the rules. I'm sorry,
sir. Sir.
Okay, so that was cool. All right, we'll now turn to the Ark in space, as it is hovering over the Ixian solar system. We're gonna say that this particular scene took place before everyone convened to this meeting regarding Petra 3 and the research facility. Let's see here.
I don't, for the record, this is not, I am not trying to grab a spotlight again. I'm just leaving this as a little, like, PS, there is a message waiting on Nadim's, like, data pad that Eloise wants to see him at his earliest convenience. So, that's it. So Nadim can do whatever the fuck
who was it that you want to see?
Nadim.
Oh, Nadim, right, yeah, okay.
So yeah, but that's just like that. We don't have to have that right now. I was just saying, let people do what they want to do, but just like a little.
Sure. There was one particular scene that we didn't get to do last week because Effort was out at the time. But we can move with the scene that deals with Lysander before everybody convened to the meeting for to go down to Petra 3 or what have you, and the audit, um, you were walking the length of the Hayliner. The Hayliner itself is kind of surprisingly devoid of any of the guild representatives. These guys like hide behind the walls or something. They're never seen or heard. But they are nevertheless present, as is evident by the constant maintenance and running, well kept uh, maintenance of the ship itself, how everything is working. You don't see any representatives from the guild, but you see large empty halls and so on. But when you walk into one in particular, it almost seems like it'd be like a banquet hall or something like that, because there's tables on the far end, but it hasn't been used for a long time. And you're just kind of walking through it, and someone leaps out at you with their blades out. I need you to make a battle roll, please.
Oh, snap. Let me pull out the sheet. Oh, I didn't upgrade his character because of the chaos that happened as to why I was gone. Scroll. Scroll, darn it. It was battle, you said?
Yeah. And
Okay.
second. I'm gonna have so much threat now, I might as well use some. Let's go with 3 dice and focus. Yep. Okay. You need to beat 4 successes, please, to defend yourself.
Cool. I
Yeah.
honestly have no idea what the statement would be. I guess
Well, this is
justice.
just this is just you defending yourself from an ambush. So maybe power, since it's mostly just about protecting yourself and not fighting on behalf of anybody else or what have you.
Fair enough.
That could change during the course of the fight, however. So we'll see.
Do I give you another threat? Because that's...
You can, if you wish.
Because I see that roll, and that's 4 successes, if not more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll give you a threat.
Sure. Go ahead and roll your battle.
Would I use my focus and tactics?
You can. I'll allow that. Yeah.
Okay.
You're in open areas, so it's not like you're in close quarters or anything like that. So yeah, you can back up and make use of that
Oh,
space.
no.
Okay, so you got 2 successes. That means 2 get through. And that's perfect because you only need like 2 successes to disarm somebody. So one of your 2 blades, we'll say, goes flying out of your hand. And Varys stands before you, what little light is seeping in from the outside hallway. He goes,
Where's you dirty thing, you?
you're kind of surprised. You're like, this is Daphne's bow, right? Like, and he kind of like points one of his blades at you. And he's like, I don't know you, but I'm not willing to settle for anything other than a perfect defense for Daphne, and neither should you. Guard yourself, he says, and he comes at you again. But this time you get to be the one to retaliate. How did you want to proceed?
Cool. I'm gonna use my long blades.
Mm-hmm. Well, 1 blade in this particular case, but
Yeah.
yeah, you could use the focus still.
My long blade. And then it does become duty to protect my house as my greatest honor.
Makes sense. He is you can tell everything about this guy. He's a duelist in every sense of the word.
To fight someone is to know them. I do not know him, but
Mm-hmm. Not yet.
when you select this talent, choose a skill. Oh, when you win a conflict. Okay, never mind. Rapid maneuver. Oh, that's asset. Okay. No, there's nothing extra special I can use there.
Yeah.
Using focus, yes. Oh!
Holy balls. Okay. So that's 4 successes. And that's before you add in any quality of weapon. I'm going to have him roll and see how well he does. He's using so we go with faith.
My long blade is listed as 0.
Is it really? Oh, did
Yeah.
you spend
Well,
any of the advancement points I gave you?
I did not. I did not have the chance to.
Okay. So that's something you probably want to remedy before next session when you get a
Yes,
chance because
absolutely.
yeah. Let's see. Dueling. This isn't a duel, so he does
Oh,
not get the focus on that one.
redeemed a
Oh,
benevolence.
well, oh, there you go. Benevolence it is. Okay, so you got a blue one. Let's add one to that. Okay. Yeah, he comes at you and you just sidestep it out of the way, and this time you attack him, and yeah, he's surprised by how well you're doing. Um, and he's like, "That's more like it." You manage to knock his blade aside, and you end up disarming him of one of his blades, and now you're even. Um, he's like, "That's good. That's more like it." Now stop telegraphing with your feet. Also, what do you drink?
At this point, motor
Oh.
oil.
The rest of this exchange kind of goes back and forth. You could see that you're kind of equal peers in that respect. Um, and then he kind of you're sort of even out. But at first he was kind of chiding you, like, oh, all those machine parts, and this is all you have to show for it, And he's
Mm.
like, if you lose to me in practice, you're gonna fail when the threat is real. But you came back, you bounced back from that initial attack, that surprise attack that he launched on you, and you managed to prove your mettle to him. As you, no pun intended. Uh, you proved yourself to him and your capability as being both a good ally and also a worthwhile protector of somebody, of Daphne in particular. So he's satisfied with what he's able to get out of you in this particular moment. Um, he's like, "Sorry, but I had to be sure."
um, that's all right. After what happened, I deserved that.
No, not at all. And he's like, "But nevertheless, it served a dual purpose for me." He said, "I needed to know that combat wouldn't be the thing to trigger whatever it was that took over your brain back on Ikaz, and I also had to know what you're made of."
A dual purpose.
Metal mostly.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. He says. But I think there's more to you than just what was replaced, and I think you proved that. He's like, I think we can potentially use you, assuming, of course, that the good doctor has given you a clean bill of health.
Yes, I would appreciate having something to do.
I'll talk to him, see what he can work out. We'll say that the meeting that ensued with the conference and everybody, figuring out what to do next, took place over the course of the next 24 or so hours. In that time, Dr. Yue and Beatrice were able to, look into the issue where the nanites have kind of colonized the frontal lobe of your brain, and with consulting not Amira, Inessa, they were able to figure out a much less painful method of extracting those nanites from your body. Now the question is, will you allow them to do so? Because there are risks involved, as this is a procedure that has never been tried before.
You absolutely would because
Hmm.
there's no way in heck there's no way in hell. I don't know why I said heck. Oh, because I work with kids. There's no way in hell he actually would want anything like that to happen again. So he would do whatever
Right.
it takes.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Let's see here. Okay. So yeah, they managed to create a concoction that helps to kind of flush the nanites from your system. It is painful, but nowhere near as dangerous as the original method that existed before Yue and Beatrice got their hands on it. And with that, you're given essentially a clean bill of health. They're like, yeah, you can go ahead and proceed, but if you encounter any symptoms of any kind, you should report back to us immediately, um, so that we can take a closer look.
Absolutely.
All right. So with that being said, the we can say that after the meeting occurred and before you guys arrived to Petra 3, Lysander reports to duty, and he brings alongside him is Varys, who's like, "Hey, he worked, he checked out, he's all right." And now we can proceed with the scene that Eloise was eliciting from Nadim
Yeah,
with his summons, the summons of the Mentat.
I just think that when like Varys and Lysander appear like arm in arm, a little clearly dinged up, Daphne just rolls her eyes like, boys.
Boys will be boys.
Beautiful.
They plan on going to the ship lounge later and having like a bourbon. It's fine.
Sure, it's all right.
You know, it's better for you two to be getting along than otherwise, so I'll take it. I support this bromance.
Yeah. So Nadim would probably get some sort of is it like a messenger, like a guild, like a secretive guild?
I think Eloise uses her personal communicator because she wants if anyone is listening in to know that she summoned Nadim to her personal quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Like she wants that intel out there, but in her quarters, she's going to have an Ixnian dampener deployed 100%.
Of course. All right.
Oh, thank you, Alice. You're so sweet, bitch.
So,
Okay.
Mel has purchased for us a benevolence, and Alice has bought a malevolence, and I think.
A Benny
Oh
too,
no,
yeah.
Alice is buying. I think benevolence is for everybody.
Whoa. Okay,
Oh.
so I have one benevolence and one malevolence so far. Is this another benevolence?
Yeah, the benevolence is forever.
Ah, okay. So
The malevolence was specified for me if it matters.
Okay, I see. The malevolence is for Aaron, and the benevolence is for Ambrose.
okay, so now we have two benevolences total, one for yeah, okay. Got it.
Don't worry, Alice. Now that you're not going to breathe the magic smoke when you turn your computer on, I'll be happy to repay this favor to you in kind.
Puff, puff, magic dragon. Okay, proceed. Or how does Nadim react to the new administrator of the guild summoning him to her quarters?
I guess he's intrigued. I mean, I'm sure I'm here for dirty business.
Yeah.
And it's
None dirtier than the guild, let's be honest.
yes. I'm here for dirty business, I'm sure. And while this house seems to be pretty familiar with dirty business, they also seem to have red lines of some sort. I obviously don't have those.
I feel like Adina's going to be so surprised by Eloise.
Clearly.
Like imagining getting into a duel to the death with a family member and you both survive.
How does
Crazy.
yeah, right? It's unheard of
Crazy.
on GD Prime.
Yeah, yeah.
Frowned upon even.
I crossed that line the first episode I appeared, so I'm here for it. That's where I got this dog. So yes, I'd immediately show up at the guild administrator's summons. I bring my puppy with me.
We're good. Roy's excited as always. Leaves a surprise on the carpet on his way in. Yeah. So you're alone. You're by yourselves in the quarters, and you turn on the Ixian dampener.
Yeah. Well, I think they have some like Atreides irregulars or something for that, right? For the picking up the leavings.
Of course.
At least they found some use for them.
There's guild analysts for that on this Hayliner. Yeah.
With all this space technology, are there not little robots that go and clean up after this
No,
dog?
Robots?
No, Valerian Jihad.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I was thinking like the little vacuums.
robots.
I'm sorry.
They may look like robots, but there's somebody on a tablet someplace controlling them. So yeah.
Deadly little Roombas. Yeah.
Yeah. So each Roomba has to have a pilot. That's the world we're living in.
Yep.
Deadly Little Roombas is my new band name.
Well, proceed
Beautiful.
as you will. You're
Mm,
both present in the chamber.
Yeah, Eloise, the second Nadim is in and the door closes, Eloise deploys the Exene dampener. Interns, she like the last time you saw her eyes were, like I said, have like the galaxy in them basically, and she now
Mm.
has fresh gills. Those are new.
Okay.
Um,
I won't comment on those.
excellent. Nadim Harkonnen, pleasure.
Oh, the pleasure is mine, Administrator. How can I be of service to you?
I have a proposition for you.
I'm
On
eager to hear it.
I'm on paper, my advisor is the navigator Edric, who once conspired to have me and my family murdered because our prescience prevents him and other navigators from seeing further in the future than I can. So I've done this as a means of, how did my father once put it, better the enemy you know than invite new ones?
It's a worthy strategy.
Here's my proposition. You'll be my actual advisor. In return, I can make you immune to prescience and a lot of the other weirdness in our world. I'd offer destroying your cousins, but I think you already know I want that myself, so not much of an offer.
Oh, well, I accept your offer, but I'd say as my first act as your advisor, that would make me a very clear danger to yourself.
Yes.
Oh, well, as long as we're on the same page.
I have, well, depending on how she returns to me, I have Admira to, if you decide to go against me, which you might, I might be the monster in my family, so. Anyways.
Oh, well, don't depend upon me to make any moral judgment calls. I wouldn't kill you because you're too monstrous. No.
Lovely. There's no amount of blood I won't spill to save humanity.
Well, I'm with you on the first part, at least.
Excellent. So, the first thing I would like to ask of you. I am certain Allfather has infiltrated the guild at some levels. We have agents deployed everywhere, of course we do. Even on Giddy Prime, the guild has eyes.
To clarify, when we say Allfather, that is the pet name that has been given to this thinking machine?
Apparently it also goes by Agamemnon, or used to. I don't think it's a pet name. I think it is the name it's chosen.
Interesting.
And it appears, as far as I can tell, that my prescience is better than its. So it has tried to kill me a few times now, which was kind of my purpose in putting myself vulnerable. I wanted to see how many times it would try. Because if it had better prescience, it would know exactly when to strike, you see. It doesn't. Its attacks have always been seemingly random and not the best coordinated. I imagine if you were going to kill me, you would probably succeed more than he would. But Eloise will hand over a data pad with all of the guild's agents. I would love for you to analyze this and look for not traitorous behavior. I don't care. I don't care if they're under someone's payroll. I'm looking for things that look as if a human mind is not the one directing it. Do you think you can do that?
Well, I can certainly try. I would have to think of exactly what kind of vector that would look like. As is rather obvious, I don't have any experience with countering a non-human mind. But I guess I could see how it was done during the jihad.
I can provide you the details with the attacks that have happened so far as well, and the information I've gotten from Dr. Yue and Beatrice about what it looks like when someone's been colonized by these thinking machines, if that would help.
I mean, I can certainly look into that. I would suspect that the most likely attack will come from those who do not even realize they are working for a thinking machine, who believe that they are engaged in their own interests to destroy you. Especially as you take on more extreme measures, then I suspect the attacks will come from those who thinks that they're aligned to more moral or noble allegiances than you are.
My allegiance is only to securing our future. Eloise will pull up another thing that looks very much like the Charlie Day from What's Always Sunny conspiracy map.
Yeah, I've got one of those.
Yes, it's all of her visions, and she flips to, like, on her data pad, one of the worm thing in the future. It's like, this is what awaits us, and it looks back through time at us. I know what I sound like, but trust me, my visions have come true. And she'll show a few of the examples, like the Hayliner about to careen into Jabberwock that she prevented, and like the visions that have 1,000% she has predicted, like her and Amira stranded on the Sudakar planet. And be like, my visions do come true. It's hard to put them in the proper order and use them strategically. I don't know if you'll be able to make sense of those, so I won't ask you to, but you're free to peruse that data as well if you like. I'll also tell you this. I intend, if possible, to have, once I've secured the alliance with Ix here, I intend to get a Devastator, and I intend to destroy Kaitane. So now you're a conspiracist, whether you like it or not.
Well, wouldn't go that far, but I'm certainly an accomplice.
Yes.
I have no care for Kaitane or the people upon it, or
wonderful
people, in fact. So I think I will make a valuable ally for you, because if your wish is to save humanity writ large, or the future, or some such.
Besides your house.
Well, that's a personal issue.
Excluding you, of course, I don't intend. You've done me no ill. Your cousins, though, I intend to make suffer.
Well, unless, of course, their survival ensures humanity, I assume.
Eloise says nothing. Silence.
Well, it would be my preference they not survive either, so hopefully that won't be necessary.
Wonderful. Is there anything else you'd want to secure this deal on your end, besides your own plans of vengeance against your family, basically becoming invisible to those that can see the future? Feel free to ask, and I'll give it to you if I'm able. I have the entirety of the guild's resources at my disposal.
Well, I guess most importantly, I'll probably require some travel, and I'll probably require to do things that you don't know about.
Probably well, unless I see them coming, I suppose. Probably better that I don't, yes.
Yes. And
I'll trust...
this immunity to prescience, is this a technological innovation of some kind?
No. It's from what I'm becoming, whatever that is, because I don't think I'm becoming a typical navigator. It's something different. Just being around me makes it harder for people to see events.
So
this is more specific. I'll remove you from Fate's eye, basically, is probably a way to put it.
And is this process reversible? How does this work?
I could end it if you like.
Well, I simply mean, if you were to become curious about my endeavors at some point.
Would I reverse it? Would I reverse it myself to spy on you, potentially, is what you're asking?
Correct, yes.
I won't say no, because I think we both understand the nature of our relationship is one of convenience, and once one or the other is not convenient to the other, there is a risk of betrayal, right?
Of course, yes. Of course, there's also the risk
I'll
of.
do you the courtesy of tell you when the blade is coming.
Professional
Um,
courtesy.
You have my word as a Cheshire.
Oh, well, okay, certainly. I simply meant that if you were to change your mind, it probably would be just best to eliminate me at that point. Because once you actually looked upon me again, I assume that means that I would be available to view by anyone with prescient powers,
Yes,
therefore spoiling all the plans I'd made on your behalf.
correct. So it's in my best interest to keep you hidden.
That's my belief, yeah.
Great.
Of your allies, you suspect any of them of being corrupted by this machine intelligence already?
Archibald has something going on. I'm not sure what.
All right, that's a good place to start.
Lysander has obviously been compromised already and potentially cured. I don't know, since this is all experimental procedures they've performed to cure him, I'm not sure. Daphne can be trusted. She can't be trusted to know what we're getting up to. She is on the path of least bloody.
Yes, no, I would agree with that assessment. She gave me the cure to my poison almost unwarranted. Not what I would consider the best move to make, but it certainly agrees with my assessment that perhaps.
My brother Varys can also be trusted. Zoshir seems trustworthy. I've not spent much time with him, but given his status as the Mahdi, I presume he's not a vector. Mossum can also be trusted. Beyond that, anyone is suspect, in my opinion.
Well, my understanding is that the Mahdi virus, as it were, is simply a conjectural beam created to control people.
I don't know how much stock I put into the Bene Gesserit's stories or the Fremen stories about it, but I have seen various visions with him involved, so there must be some truth to his role as a leader anyway.
Interesting. All right. Well, that has given me much to think about. I guess all I would require is money, ships, and people.
The guild has that plenty.
All right. Well, I shall study the data you
Let
have
me
given
update your status in the guild. Eloise is going to make Nadim under a different name of Nadim's choosing. So he's going to have a different credentials in the guild than like Nadim Harkonnen. And it's going to be like a high level analyst, like high enough that like he can get the resources he needs, but not high enough that someone's like, who the fuck is this now?
Oh, he's the internal security or internal intelligence comptroller or whatever.
Yes, yeah, some bullshit like Eloise spent so long as an analyst, she's so good in bureaucrat speak, she's just making up this like fake ass role and
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I've updated your credentials. Here's your when you're working as my agent, here's the credentials to use. I'll let Moon make the name of it's all yours.
Sure. Is there any information about the Butlerian Jihad that is not available publicly that you are aware of?
Leo, did Archibald tell us about the giant library in House Vernias?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But I'm going to assume that they would know that they would have a library.
I'm maybe the guild. I'll ask Eric. Would the guild know about Ix's extensive fucking library, digital library?
They would know that it exists.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I always say you have access to guild records, but on Ix, there's they have a extensive digital library.
We can say that Yue and Beatrice brought what Butlerian era knowledge they were able to acquire from the Yasi compound on Ikaz that had all the disease and poison antidotes and stuff like that from like a millennia ago. So that is available as well through
All right.
UA and
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, Eloise will also relay that. Like, apparently, UA and Beatrice have some of the records that they borrowed from Ix as well. But you might want to peruse it yourself. I can arrange transport there once we finished our business on Petra.
Very good.
Pleasure doing business with you, unofficial advisor to the administrator of the guild.
Oh, yes. Yes, I think assistant to the comptroller maybe would be the best title for me.
Lovely. I see you're familiar with bureaucratic bullshit as well.
Well, yes, I grew up in a fascist regime, so it's
Forgive me,
necessary.
it's yes, the Cheshires are well, I grew up soft, we'll say, before I joined the guild.
No, very good. Well, if that will be all, Administrator.
Please, enjoy your time aboard I should say, lovely Hayliner before we reach Petra.
I shall. I walk off and like kind of snap for the dog to follow me.
Yeah. You both exit the chambers. You're left to your devices, Eloise. And speaking of Petra, uh, after some time, you're all rallied together for this push in onto the research facility that you have agreed to conduct an audit on. Uh, the acting security chief puts in information on a projector to see, like, to show you all what you're walking into, and that's what you see. It's essentially a large superstructure on the surface of the planet, or the moon rather, Petra 3, and it is constructed like a sort of panopticon, where there's like a central column that acts as like the surveillance for everything inside and out from the building. All those, like, countless windows and slits that can be opened and closed remotely. Uh, and this is the research facility that is being utilized by House Randall on this planetoid. So with that, we'll take our first break, and when we return, we shall see what happens with our entourage as they descend onto Petra 3's secret facility. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, see everybody in 10 minutes.
Welcome back. We have returned, and now is time for our entourage to make plans and decide how they want to approach the secret facility that is located on Petra 3, belonging to House Randall. Supposedly, what you're all aware of up to this point is that this thinking machine Allfather has his hands in a lot of pies, and one of which happened to be the construction of the support of this creation by House Randall to essentially usurp the guild's ability to have a monopoly. But the way that they are going about it is they have constructed, supposedly, an automated navigational system that will essentially make Spacing Guild navigators a thing of the past. Obviously, they've been working on something like this in secret for a very long time, mainly because it utilizes the functions of a thinking machine to be able to make the calculations that typically Spacing Guild navigators are necessary to do in order to not crash into stars or what have you, as they're traveling through space at faster than light speeds.
Also,
yes.
Yeah, it also like relieves them of their reliance on spice.
It does, yeah. So yeah, it's definitely something that the Ixians have been developing independently for some time, and the guild had some information about it, but they were never able to get their hands on something definitive that says this is what they're doing. This is breaching all manner of Butlerian era edicts that are in place since the jihad, and they want that leverage over the Ixians. So in addition to conducting this supposed audit on the facilities here on Randall, on Petra 3, the guild wants, or they suggest that getting your hands on some sort of a prototype would be useful in that endeavor. And if at all costs, it should be the progress on this project should be delayed or the thing destroyed altogether. So it's up to you how you decide how you want to proceed.
I have a quick question before. Does the Spacing Guild have Chome stocks? Is it stocks in the Chome? Is that what?
I would.
Shares.
Yes, you would have shares in Chome. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I wasn't sure if we had like any sort of sway there as well.
You do, but not to the extent of the emperor, who holds the majority of shares within Chome, and
of course,
all the other major houses have a pretty good sizable chunk of shares as well.
Okay.
Those houses in particular form the High Council on the Landsred.
Got it. Okay, cool.
So yeah, you're brought into this meeting, as you will, and you're giving this intel from the security branch of the guild, and they show you the schematics of this thing and what they know about it, and so on and so forth. The reason why you see the 3 rings of color there is to sort of indicate the difficulty in operating within those radiuses around the building. So as you move closer to the central ring of this panopticon-shaped facility, the more difficult things are going to get. That is, of course, this is when I say that, I mean like the more difficult things are going to be when it comes to avoiding guards and alarms and things of that sort. You already have an in into this place because you have the guise of the guild, and you're operating under the guise of this sort of audit that's taking place. Obviously, they don't want you here, but you have the word of House Vernius's Earl saying they have the full authority to conduct themselves accordingly. So you can kind of throw your weight around here as you want, but it's up to you ultimately how you plan on accessing the innermost reaches of this place and acquiring the secrets that you've been sent here to acquire.
So Eloise already has a pretty solid understanding of what everyone in her entourage can do. Um, so she's actually not going to hand out any instructions. She is going to behave like this is just a normal audit and trust that the rest of them will do what they do.
Yeah.
And she's going to be the big target as she pokes and prods at places House Randall definitely doesn't want her to, but she can because she's auditing them.
Of course. So the big question, of course, is who among you will be going into what capacity, and what exactly is the plan? Security suspects that the outermost areas, the outermost rings of the building itself, are mostly for security purposes themselves, and when it's not until you get to the central core of the building, perhaps at the top or at the very bottom of the place, that you will actually reach whatever it is that you're here to get, the navigational system, because they don't have detailed schematics for the inside, just like kind of like what the exterior looks like, and they have some ideas of thoughts about where things could be located within.
Uh,
I have some other handouts for you to look at. It's just
I
like
see.
a close-up view of
Sure.
this thing over here.
I also see that the threat and momentum is weird. On this,
Oh,
yeah.
Also, Alice, I bought you in specific a benevolence.
Oh.
Can I use a benevolence in place of momentum to give Nadine the protection of the what's my skill called? I forgot the name of it. I'll post it.
Oh, the administrator title? Or the
No, the null zone. Yeah,
zone.
mask
Oh.
any single person not nearby, but he was working on my personal behalf. So yeah, he is
Yeah.
masked. He's
Yeah,
masked from prescience and clairvoyance.
Huh. Yeah, you could do that. You could it doesn't have to be momentum, I believe. It could be threat as well. So you can give me a threat and make it happen.
I mean, you're already so high, who gives a shit? Yeah, I'll give you the threat and keep the benevolence.
1 point to increase it to a 2 difficulty, and so just the 1 point, or you want more?
So for the last line where I may spend an additional point to just mask someone, period. They don't have to be nearby.
Okay, so 2.
So 2 threat to like just increase the difficulty around me, and then 1 specific for Nadine.
Specifically for Nadine. Okay, got it.
He's just blocked, period. Like he's masked, rather, I should say.
Oof, wow. Okay. I don't know what you're seeing on your screen, but I was keeping track of the threat from the last scene that we
I believe
on.
it was 21, now 23. I'm
Yeah.
assuming. Okay,
Yep,
cool.
yep.
And no momentum. Yeah, that's fine.
No momentum.
On this screen, it says 2 and 1. So, but I know I saw it and I was like, that is not right.
The one on the bottom there, that worm symbol, those are benevolences and malevolences, respectively. The one that has the 2, has the blue is good, and the one that has the red is bad. So
I was scrolled down on the map because I was looking at it. Yeah, okay. Yes, it does show properly now. That's my mistake.
Cool.
Yeah, the worm thing is what tricked me.
No worries.
All right.
So you have the floor. You can decide how you want to approach this as a group, and how you want to maneuver once you're inside the premises and try to locate this thing.
So Eloise's big goal, whatever they have on the Duke is probably stored somewhere, but Eloise's strength is not hacking. So Eloise's main goal is to get someone to spill it in her conversations. Like they're like stress people out so much that they'd rather spill something else than the Hayliner or whatever other fucked up shit they're working on here.
Sure.
So that's her goal. Yeah.
So Daphne is gonna suggest taking a step back and looking at like the strategic overall perspective. Like, so our goal here is to win the Second Butlerian Jihad, which is not a phrase I ever envisioned myself saying as a girl, but
strange times indeed.
Indeed. So, what specifically are we looking for here on this planet to support that end?
I wish to remove the leverage that they have over the Duke, which is clear originates here.
What exactly is the leverage?
That's the thing we don't know.
That's the thing.
That's one
And
of the
just to
things to find
kind of
out.
clarify very quickly, when Erin says the Duke, she means the Earl of
Earl, sorry,
Vernice.
I
Yeah, that's okay.
did the
'Cause I know
trainees
that
on the brain too.
right. Yeah, I don't want to get anybody to get the impression that it's like, oh, Duke Leto's being blackmailed. No, that's not what happened.
Yeah. So yeah, number one, we need allies. House Vernius would be a strong one to get. They are a major house. So whatever leverage House Randall has, we need to discover it and remove it. And then not secondary, but also primary, I suppose. We need to find out how these Hayliners work, and presuming that there is some kind of violation of Butlerian edicts, will pressure Randall into working for us instead of the Emperor.
Okay.
Because
A lot of talking.
having navigatorless Hayliners is useful, just not in the Emperor's hands.
Right.
Eloise would love them in her hands.
Yeah. Edric agrees, which is why he suggested that you get your hands on a prototype, if at all best, and retrieve it back to the guild, if at all possible. And of course, all the resources of the guild are at your disposal. So if you wanted to send spies, you could. But the danger inherent in engaging in architect play, such as it is, would be risky, even though you yourself are not endeavoring on those actions, because
Yes.
they can inevitably trace them back to you, and the consequences will flow from there. However, if you yourself go, and let's say you're caught, there is a possibility that they can keep you for ransom and not necessarily just kill you outright.
Which is better than them killing my agents, I think.
Potentially. It just
Um,
depends.
Of people like that. Who do you think that this leverage that's over this Earl? Does he have someone important?
I imagine it's the head of the House of Randall that probably has it.
Yeah, so there's a lot of houses on Ix. House Randall just being one of the minor houses that pledge allegiance to House Vernius. So it's kind of interesting to hear that House Randall or what have you have something potentially over the Earl, and they're holding it over their heads. Especially considering that House Vernius acts as a sort of like a figurehead of power on Ix, when it's actually the technocratic council that wields the real power on the planet.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a little bit of an intrigue situation there as to who actually is controlling things, and what exactly do they have? Who has over the Earl to keep it that way? Or the Earl obviously pointed you in the direction of House Randall because he sees them as a serious threat.
Yes. So, yeah, Eloise will just kind of say, like, I think my best strategy will be spent applying my skills against the head of House Randall, whoever that may be.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling there's a reason. I'll ask this before Eloise says this. Did Daphne mention the oddness of the Duke being single, despite being the head of a major house?
Yeah, I think she would have phrased it as, there's not a single Bene Gesserit in his court, which is unusual, especially because he doesn't have a consort or wife of his own. They would have sent him someone by now. There's a reason they haven't.
So I think that's a good vector for whatever blackmail or leverage they have. I think might have something to potentially to do with that. Otherwise, why would he be so foolish as to leave no heirs?
It might. He has the augments, I suppose, let's call them, the same sort of augments that Lysander has. But that's even more reason for the Bene Gesserit to want to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, so you have as far as Earl Bronzo Vernius is concerned, the only real family he has on Ix is of real consequence is his cousin, Calum Vorgosan. You met him, and he was already compromised by
And
Allfather
we are
Foon. You saw it for firsthand,
Oh,
Oh, wait,
Eloise,
so if Bronzo dies, Callum inherits?
potentially.
Fuck, okay.
Eloise will also mention that she saw members of House Randall basically having free reign in on House Venus's like
Or
palace,
yeah.
basically,
Mm-hmm.
which suggests that this is like more than just some casual leverage. This is something
Mm-hmm.
damning, or they have some,
Extremely.
or they have someone vital to him held hostage. That's
Right.
the other way Eloise is thinking.
Do you think
Um,
it's heresy?
do I think that Eloise will? So I know for a fact there is a powerful mind somewhere nearby. It could be Allfather. It could be a navigator they have. I'm not sure. Um, I think it's likely there is heresy happening somewhere in this system.
I mean, I'm absolutely certain that there's heresy happening here somewhere, otherwise we wouldn't
Well,
be here.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, I
But
definitely agree. But I guess the point I'm trying to make is there something specific towards him that can be traced back to him? Because heresy is still illegal to the Emperor.
that's what we're here to find out, and
Yes.
I keep getting, perhaps because of my own personal training, keep getting back on there's no Bene Gesserit in his court. Not to. I suppose I should have asked him about this before we left. It's possible he's banned them and they haven't sent a suitable spy.
I mean, it's likely Mohiam is compromised as the Emperor is, since they were right next to each other in that lovely incident on Kaiting.
It would still draw comment for him not to have a Bene Gesserit advisor.
Yeah, you feel like some of your questions will be answered on Petra itself, but then there are other questions that inevitably are still the answers to which are still on Ix somewhere.
Eloise will be like adjust her collar, like like right when they're having this kind of pre-meeting.
Hmm.
Her gills are on display, and she like will flip her like as she's getting ready to like they're getting ready to go on planet. She'll like flip the collar up to cover them, and she'll be like, "I don't want to risk doing the reckless use of spice I have before to try to find an answer in the future." Um, I've ended up in places I foresaw, regardless of my knowing of them, anyways. So I feel like our best option is to ply our trades. She'll kind of look at everyone gathered here. Um, I think Daphne and I should ply our equal skills on the head of House Randall. Nadim, I assume I can trust you to vanish and get whatever intel you find interesting, preferably the Hayliner specs.
Well, that's another good question. Am I here as a Sayadina or as a Bene Gesserit?
I think in this moment, having you be a Bene Gesserit has more sway,
I
considering.
agree.
I'll go change into the Black Veil.
Very well.
I would agree
Uh,
with that.
Varys sitting at the table is just kind of like, what about these other houses? Is it possible that they have something over
I've sent
the Earl instead of
I've deployed agents to House Bavar, which is the other one the Earl mentioned.
the surveillance experts, right?
Yes, I mean it's possibility multiple houses are working in conjunction, but I only I'll ask Eric here.
Mhm.
I only saw House Randall having free reign to the palace, right? No other like house livery. I'm not saying that there weren't
Correct.
any other houses, but it was just House Randall like this is our house. This is our palace, bitch.
Pretty
Like,
much, yeah. They had an
okay.
overwhelming representation on there,
So
and I
yeah.
made a mistake. House Vavar deals with the shipyards and the building of the Hayliners. House Aldrich is the
Oh,
one that's responsible for the surveillance and stuff like
okay.
that.
So then, yeah, she's sending agents to House Bavar to see if they can.
Do their audit over there, yeah.
Yes. And then if they can't find anything worthwhile, we'll put a pin in that. Uh, Randall is our target for honestly whatever intel they have. It's probably all useful.
Yeah.
Whatever we can pry from their heretic fingers. I'm assuming they're heretics.
Are you using the seat to get this information from House Vavar, or are you
Well,
just
What is it you want me to do, Eloise?
I think having you and your guards as my escorts again is necessary. They don't want us here, and the more I expose myself, the more Allfather will strike. I'm fairly certain his prescience is negated by my own, and so he's been striking blindly. So,
Agreed.
there's been too many close calls of late.
So I'm actually going to turn to Anessa, and I'm going to ask Anessa, can you work any of the thinking machines at all?
my work? What do you mean?
As in manipulate them, like how you have the most experience in working with, or not working with, but just interacting with the thinking machines in general. Can you like work like a computer of some sort?
You mean interface with them?
Yes.
We've taken thinking machines apart on Two-Pile for generations. We've studied them. We tried to figure out how they work. And what was astonishing was watching them evolve over time. They became more and more complex, not just in how they were constructed, but also in how they worked and how they did things. They were more difficult to predict, more difficult to combat as time went on. It's like they learned and adapted to any of our tactics. And in a way, I think perhaps that has something to do more with Allfather and his supposed prescience, his ability to foresee the future. Because many times they've been able to see, they've been able to avoid our ambushes and know what we were going to do before we knew it.
Okay. I guess my question is here, though. Can you extract information from it?
With the right equipment, yes.
What would it take to get the right equipment?
Well, we have some of our equipment here with us. We just need the thinking machine to be able to extract the information you're looking for.
Eloise will turn to Anessa and be like, do you think you'd be better deployed where they're building the Hayliners then?
I'm not sure. From the sounds of it, this House Vavar is just in charge of constructing these new Hayliners, and it's House Randall that seems to be constructing this automated system that is to be implemented into those ships. I suppose I could take a look. I could take a team of my people down there to see if they've already begun that integration or not.
Here's another question for you. Do you think you could drive one of these Hayliners out?
Absolutely not. She's like, me personally, no. I don't have any experience in piloting these monstrosities.
Leo, Archibald, if it comes to that, I will do what I've done previously. I can pilot a Hayliner.
Well, I'm not saying you can. I'm just saying these Hayliners are special, and they can be. I guess would you call it remotely?
Oh, I see what your question is,
yeah.
Archibald. She says, it's like, I think what you're getting at is that you want to know if there's a manual way to pilot these new Hayliners that the Emperor is constructing.
Correct, yes.
Okay. She's like, well, I suppose that's a fairly straightforward, well, maybe it's not a straightforward question, but that's something that we could discover if we go down to the shipyards and look at their blueprints and study them.
Okay.
So if I'm reading this correctly, it sounds like you want to send Inessa to the shipyards with her people.
If Archibald wants to go with them, I think Archibald's face is too known, so
What's it?
yeah.
Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna leave the guard, my personal guard, with Eloise, and then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna separate. Me and Anessa are gonna go to the shipyard.
All right,
Okay.
Eloise will do something similar to what she did for Nadim then, where she's going to make some fake credentials for Anessa and Archibald. And she's going to look at Archibald and be like, we're going to have to change your face a bit.
One thing you know for sure, like you're right within striking distance of Ix, like you're right there. You know that there's technology that is created on Ix that can do things like that. They're called Sibus hoods, and basically it's like a mask, and it like obscures your voice and your face. So you can kind of just successfully disguise yourself and make yourself incognito wherever it is that you may want to go.
So yeah, Eloise will still do that, make fake credentials for Anessa and Archibald.
Mm-hmm.
And probably already has for the Franken Guard since she had them disguised previously. And then be like, take a shuttle back to Ix. Here's a missive from me.
Mm-hmm.
She'll send a Shigawire to the Earl to get you access to I forgot the name of the hoods already.
The Sibus hoods, yeah.
Sibus
I'll
hoods.
in the,
Lovely. Yeah, she'll be like, that will get at least Archibald one. If you want one in S, I imagine that can be arranged as well, but I don't know that your face is known.
Not here, no. I think I'll be all right. Me and my people should be fine.
Wonderful.
Very well. We can dig into that, and
Eloise hands them their fake credentials, which she's put them. Not that they know that it's Nadim, but they're like under Nadim's authority in the hierarchy. But she has not.
Comptroller, I'm supposed to report.
Yes,
to.
exactly. She has not said shit about that.
Very good. What about the rest of the crew? Lysander and Nadim. Who are they? Where are they going to be posted to exactly?
I'll let those two speak for themselves. I'll say that Eloise wants them both on Petra.
Ah, okay.
But it's obviously Eloise will respects agency in her allies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm petrified.
Wow.
Well, aren't we all?
I changed my mind. We space Lysander.
As you should.
Aren't we all on Petra right now? From what
No.
right?
No, we haven't
you're in the
landed
Ark.
yet. Yeah,
You're still in the Headliner.
Oh yeah.
We're
Can we still go to the other house?
strategizing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's no there's time is of the essence, but it's not like you're on a ticking time clock or anything like that.
I think Eloise and Daphne are committed to going to Petra for sure. Sure. If people want to go elsewhere, Vavar does need to be investigated. If Archibald's going anywhere, I think Archibald needs to go back to Ix and gets that hood.
I mean, I feel like we've spent enough playtime establishing that everybody is here on the same Headliner. It's on Petra. We're here at Petra.
Yeah.
We'll investigate the other planets later.
Sounds good. I'm fine with that too.
Okay, so everybody's to Petra unless you are Archibald and Inessa. Okay.
Sure.
Well, I feel like they're still investigating Petra, just the shipyards. Whereas
that's
of us...
Vavar.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah, different house.
Okay. Yeah, sure. 100%.
Yeah. So.
Very good. All right. So, however you want to handle it. If you want to handle the shipyards first, or should we move straight into Petra? That's up to you. I feel like the interactions on Vavar are going to be with Vavar, House Vavar, are probably going to be the shortest out of the two. So if you want to take that on first, we can.
I feel like Leo hasn't had spotlight time either, so I'd say let's toss it up. Let's toss it to Archibald and Inessa and Vavar then.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. So House Vavar, they they have the custody over the Ixian shipyards. They have handle all kind of builds and repairs for all kinds of transportation. They were kind of like the second port of call for the guild. Before when they had Junction as their headquarters, as like a secondary place to bring their hayliners for maintenance and what have you, and for modify modifiables that they needed, like if they wanted to add armor onto the Hayliner or something like that, or make other modifications, they can bring it to them on Ix for that purpose. Let's see. Of all the minor houses, they're probably the most lucrative, just because of all the shipping and transportation contracts that they have to fabricate all these spacecraft that are used throughout the Imperium. Anything short of ornithopters, which of course House Cheshire had cornered the market on that particular endeavor, but they basically handle everything else. So shuttles, freighters, transports, you name it. They reside on Ix, so you're heading right back to where you were on your shuttle, and they have their own grounds near House Vernius's own, and the people involved with it, you realize are like an old matronly leader of the house, by the name of Amber with a Y. Let's see here. Let's put this down. She has 2 adult children, named Sai and Kaido. Just gonna put this in here in the Discord. But and they from what you understand, they're eager to assume control over the house. But the Amber is the old curmudgeon and matron of the house, and she doesn't want to give up her power very easily or quickly, even if her 2 children are of adult age and more than capable of handling house, day-to-day stuff. So they largely act as envoys for the house, the two sons. She hosts you in her court. It's kind of unexpected, so she takes a while to get to where you are, and instead just kind of puts you into like a little foyer for you to kind of taste whatever delicacies and things are there until she arrives. Is there anything that you do while you're within the grounds themselves as agents of the guild?
We're, like I said, we're guild right now. We're gonna stick our nose in places that we can stick our nose into right now. We have the excuse to do so. So I'm going to try to comb through everything I can.
Okay, you're looking around at this foyer and you're seeing a lot of film books on the walls and stuff like that. You're seeing a lot of old antiques. Clearly, there's a long line of lineage here for House of Avar over the generations and on Ix. They, however, don't appear to have a lot of intrigue in terms of the political side of things here. When you arrive and when eventually she shows up and she starts talking to you, it's very clear right from the get-go that they like to keep their nose clean around here. They don't like to get into the mucky muck of the politicking between the different houses on Ix. They like, just from the houses enough that just by speaking with her and watching how shrewd they are in their interactions with you, that they don't want to get their hands dirty. They want to stay above the fray, and they want to keep things moving in their favor. They're in a good spot, and they want to keep it that way. And that's as much as you'll get for free as far as assessing the house and where they stand on things.
So they're very by the book.
They're sort of. If there's any malfeasance to be had, you're gonna have to dig really hard, because of the exterior that these guys put out there is that of Sweden or something. They are neutral to everything that's going on in terms of politics and policy on Ix. They kind of keep to themselves, and they don't want to get involved in anybody's little spat or what have you. So they speak very diplomatic with you when you arrive, and they're very gracious in hosting and treating with you, but they don't want to talk when you start asking them questions about like the Earl or what have you. They stay very, very clear from there. So if you want to get anything more from that, you would have to make some rolls.
Okay.
How do you want to
So
conduct yourself with the matron?
here's the thing: they wouldn't be doing this if they didn't want something. There is something in their heart of hearts that they want.
Mm.
Whether it's House of Ernest, which you never know. But they also could be looking for other ways. There's a reason why they would stay neutral, to be honest with you. So they have to want they want something for their house, and I would like to narrow that down to see what that is.
Yeah. What it is that they actually want. Okay.
Correct.
Go ahead and give me a communications roll. A second here. Roll some dice. And I got threats, so I might as well use some, right? Go ahead and you lose like 3 here, so
Threat.
I'm gonna roll about 4 d20s. Okay,
Please
so that's
communicate.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So I'm going to use
There is a
my...
complication, though. There is a complication.
Yeah, I saw that.
So and I'll give you that one as such.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
go ahead
use
and roll communication and see.
I'm going to use a determination point.
Aha. Okay.
And then my drive. This will probably be truth because I'm trying to find something out. 2 dice. Could I lie? Could I use deceit in this communicate roll?
I mean, sure. You want to acquire some information from her in a deceitful manner. You can tell her whatever you want, and then see if she gives you what you're looking for. Sure.
Oh well, I don't care. Yes, we're gonna do that. Oh my god! Oh wow! Absolutely not. Do you?
Wow.
We have no momentum, do we?
No. Did you spent a determination point before you rolled, correct? So
I
that you
did,
have an
yes.
automatic 2 successes.
Yeah.
But you
have a
rolled
bandit.
2 dice. So did you want to give me a threat to throw the 3rd die? Because one of your dice is essentially turned to a 1. So you would only be rolling 1 die instead of the usual 2.
Do we have a Benny, or is that Lady Eloise?
You do. You have 2, in fact.
Oh, I'm gonna use that then.
Okay.
I don't want no complications. This is gonna go really bad.
Well, yeah. Essentially. Go ahead and re-roll then.
All right. Truth. Dice. Yes. Focus. Boom. Oh, 4.
4 successes. Okay, that's pretty good. Not equal to 5, obviously, but
Well, 4 plus the
decent
determination point.
Amber Vivar, despite being a crone, and refusing to die, in order to cede power to her sons, by sheer willpower alone, she is still has an incredible amount of alacrity when she speaks to you. She is very aware of the fact that the guild is here and they have new leadership and everything like that. So she kind of sees through a lot of shit that you're throwing at her, and she's like, "Why don't you just get to the point, young lad? Like, tell me what it is that you're actually here to achieve. This isn't some sort of an audit. This is some sort of a farce. House Vivar has already been audited by the guild prior to the construction of the Emperor's new hayliners. This is a facade." And she's like, "What is it that you're truly here to get?" And then you kind of try to talk her up, and your 4 successes just falls a little bit short.
Wait, hold up. I
But
did use
she
my
did
determination point.
Oh, sorry. So yeah, you're right.
So, I
So you
passed
you got 6 successes. So you got
Yes.
1 over than you needed. So actually, you get a point of momentum for that.
Yes, correct.
For reminding me. And as a result, so you used up a penny, so you're down to one. As a result, you also find out she slips a little bit when you give her the official story and everything like that, and you're like, oh, what is it that you tell her as part of your deception to try to get her to give her divulge that information that you want from her?
Well, thing is,
Because you want to know exactly what it is about what's going on with the Earl and so on and so forth, right? That was primarily the reason.
correct.
Okay.
Well,
She's like, we stay out of politics, so you know that. And she's like, don't play coy with me, young man. I will say, however, that the Earl has well, a very complicated past, as far as I understand it, and that past is well, it's something we don't want to peer too far into here, and she kind of like, if the technocratic council has anything to say about it, I suppose you know, the Earl is only a figurehead in terms of power, and this is something that we will all have to accept going forward. It's the best kept secret, I suppose you can say, among the minor houses, is that the Earl is who he is in name only. She says, and that kind of piques your interest. It's like, oh, really? So, like, is the suggestion here that he's not actually who he claims he is, or is he somebody else? Like, what is that?
I'm
And that
gonna
kind of
ask-
piques your interest. But when she says that, she kind of like realizes what she just said, and then just kind of starts walking it back a little bit. But it's not my place to say something, or to speculate, or to gossip about the great Earl of Vernius, of course.
Okay. Well, then tell me. Around here, who's above? the
Who's above
leadership?
what?
Who's above House Vernius other than the Emperor? There's got to be somebody.
You ask her that question? How long have you spent on Ix so far, Agent?
Obviously, not very long, to be honest.
Obviously not, no. Because if you had, then you would know the answer to your own question. It's the Technocratic Council. They're the ones who wield the most power on here, and that is an open secret. Everybody knows about it, but no one speaks of it, except in such confines as these, of course, in polite company. But don't tell that to the Earl. It's a bit of a sore point. He knows it, and so do we.
Okay. I have one more question for you. In terms of these Hayliners,
Ah, official questions now. Yes, proceed.
I hear they're a lot different from the original ones. You mind?
They are being made to the
explain?
specifications of the Emperor himself.
Okay. What may I ask what those specifications are?
Well, it takes a great amount of time to fabricate Hayliners, as I'm sure you understand. And so, in order to move the timetables up, the Emperor has deigned that we shortened the time frame. And, well, for that reason, we've had to shorten the length of the Hayliners. We've had to cut corners wherever we can, at least in terms of the time frame, not the quality.
Okay. Why would he need these so fast then? Granted, he probably doesn't tell you everything, but there's got to be something.
Oh dearie, I don't pretend
what
to
your-
know the mind of the Emperor any more than anyone else. Perhaps his truth, that's a question better suited for his truthsayer.
Yes, but on the other hand, you also have your own opinions. I want to know what you think.
Ah, she says. Opinions, everyone has them, and they all stink to high hell.
Okay.
And my opinion matters little here on Ix. We have our place, and like the old creed of the Imperium, there's a man for every place and every place for a man. So there. We know our place, and we will stay in our lane as such.
I guess. Okay. and I guess you could
He
say
says something like, "There's enough. We're very forthright in our business here on House Vivar. There's enough duplicity with all of the houses around us, including House Vernius, to for 1,000 generations still."
Here's another I guess. Here's another thought for you. What do you think of Tupile?
I don't think much of it. It's the exiled planet of the Imperium. I would prefer not to think about it, in fact.
What if Tupile became its own entity?
An
What if it
entity
became its
in
own
what
nation?
sense? It isn't it already an entity? The guild has a presence there. Do you not have a presence there any longer? It looks now that she's trying to probe you for information instead of the other way around.
Maybe.
I would imagine the guild knows Tupile more than some old woman on a planet far removed from the edges of the Imperium.
Well,
At least I would hope
considering the fact that the guild is everywhere nowadays, I'm sure they are in some way, shape, or form.
They? He says, looking at you.
Well, considering the guild is a huge multi-glomerate place.
Are you not of the guild? You speak as if... She kind of makes this gesture with her hand. You have an odd way about you, lad. She's like, she motions for like somebody to come bring you more drink or whatever if you want to partake. Now then, we've been perfectly transparent with the guild and your new administrator, with regards to what we're doing here and what our timetables are. I will remind you that the Emperor Sardaukar are overseeing our efforts to complete the fabrications of these new hayliners. Everything is exactly where it needs to be, I assure you. But you can feel free to, take a tour of the shipyards yourself if you're so inclined.
Yeah, I will.
Very well then. And she kind of gives you like the basic details, like, oh, their commander is so and so, and they're going to be over there. Just steer clear of him. He's got a bad disposition, and so on. Unless there's anything else, we have our own things to worry about here, if you don't mind.
You're right. Thank you for talking to me in this situation.
Yeah. Edessa does like a faux curtsy and just kind of turns and leaves, you follow suit, I suppose. Is there anything that you do before you head back to the Ark, or do you want to stick around and go elsewhere on Ix?
In terms of Ix, so the black market thing, I have to talk to the guy. We have that guy in custody currently with us.
Caleb, right? Or Calum, I should say, yes.
Correct. So with House Avernus being like the head of house on the planet, would they have some sort of archive of all the things that are happening with every house?
Every house has dirt on all the other houses. The question is, how much dirt do they have on some of the other ones? That would be the question I think you're trying to ask. House Vernius probably has something or has knowledge of the other houses, but they're not going to be willing to divulge that kind of information just to anybody. You'd have to maneuver yourself in a position to be able to get that kind of those kind of details. You could consult with the House Spy Master for House Vernius. You haven't met her yet, but you can if you wish.
Okay, yeah.
You set up a meeting with them?
Sure, why not?
Okay. All right, you head out, you make contact with House Vernius, and you're like, hey, I'm coming in, and I'm bringing my entourage with me. And they're like, sure, you're coming back for seconds? Okay, right over here, please. And they set you up on a platform, landing platform, and the Spy Master awaits for you in one part of the wing. And before you exit the vehicle, the craft and everything, they ask you, like, what is the purpose of this visit? Since we just met with your administrator days ago.
Mm,
Officially or unofficially, you can tell them. This is over an open comm, so.
honestly, never mind. No, I'm going against that. No. Thank
Okay,
you for your
so
time. Never mind.
okay, no
Scratch that.
problems. You skip the meeting with Silva and you head back to the Ark instead.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Okay. So while you're conducting your business on X, the camera will pan over to the rest of these intrepid entourage members and how they want to proceed onto Petra 3. This is quite a big entourage. Multiple ships, I'm imagining, like security details and whatnot. And they're probably going to land somewhere along the outer ring and they're gonna tarmac out a bunch of like ground cars or ornithopters or what have you over to your location, so that they can meet with you and figure out what the heck is going on. Obviously, they'll radio in and be like, "Who's this? And what are you doing here?" And you provide your the orders from the Earl and everything like that. You give them your official titles, and they're like, "Oh shit, okay," and land over there, and they come to retrieve you.
Does the Franken Guard have eye language?
Yes.
Yes.
So, Eloise will turn and address and just some like word salad bullshit of like conduct yourself with honor in the name of the guild, while she's using eye language to communicate with the Franken Guard and technically Daphne and Lysander. Which the instructions are: no one is ever allowed to be alone. Stay in contact constantly. I know I am not your general, but this is vital for House Cheshire's survival.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they kind of nod and they respond in the affirmative. You notice that they don't just bring a couple of transports out to where you're located. They're also bringing armed troops aboard raft, and they kind of like semi-surround the platform. Any one of you looks at this show here, and it's like, okay, they're bringing vehicles to shuttle you in, but those troops are staying here. So if you have to blast your way out or something, you're gonna have to deal with these guys when you come back. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, Eloise, mental note. She's going to stride out as she gives no fucks.
Yeah, it's fine. So you come out and you have somebody kind of announce your arrival and everybody else's, officially on the behalf of the guild, and they're just like, all right, let's get on with it, and they bring you out. From what you understand, House Randall has a single celibate matron ruler, Lauren Randall. Put the name down here.
Okay.
She's much younger than the other crone that I just introduced with House Vavar. So she's like in her 30s or 40s, but she's very notably celibate. Like, she doesn't have consorts or anything of the sort. You, from everything that you've gained about your interactions with the Earl so far, you know that House Randall and the Technocratic Council is like this. Like, they have very close ties.
Is it? Does the guild suspect that she is actually on the Technocratic Council?
No evidence to suggest that so far.
Just double checking that immediately.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So Eloise will stride out with Nadim and Daphne and Lysander and the Franken Guard.
A quick question: did anyone question Kalem Vor-Gosan after you kind of absconded with him aboard the Ark?
I thought he was insensate, so we couldn't.
Well, I mean, at some point he's gonna wake up, and we should have him in a secure cell or berth for when that happens.
If we have you and Beatrice on the Ark with him, I guess we'll stay in contact. And Should I roll to make this a secure contact with them? Because since Eloise knows she's being eavesdropped on the entire time she's here.
You can if you wish. You think you can beat the difficulty?
Sure.
Okay. Give me 4 or higher, please.
Oh boy. So communicate, obviously.
Mhm.
I definitely think this is justice. And then I know deceit applies.
Of course.
We have momentum, so I will spend that momentum.
Yay! All right.
Justice. 3. Focus, yes. Oh God, I am happily going to spend a benevolence. Because that was
That's your last one. Okay.
that was a bad.
Okay.
It was bad. Please, dice, be nice to me. I know I'm evil, but I'm
Please be
also
kind.
I'm evil and hot. You should be nice to me. Okay.
3
Didn't-
out of
did-
4.
Yeah, 3 out of 4.
Okay. Everything's cool.
Hold on, let's see if there's anything I can do. Oh, does my personal communicator have a quality? Because that would bump it to 4, right?
If you spent advancement points to increase the quality, then yes.
Okay, I thought everything started with a quality of at least 1.
No, it
Got
starts
it.
at 0. The only thing that automatically has a 1
Oh.
is a shield and a crysknife.
All right, there's another benevolence. I'm gonna go again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
We're
Oh,
gambling.
I'm gambling hard. I'm gambling so hard. All right, it's just this. Yes. Thank you so much, Mel. There we go.
Ah, in the clutch.
Whew.
Yeah, what a clutch roll. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Mel, you
Okay.
saved my ass. Thank you.
4, you matched it, so yeah, you're good. Yeah, communications are as secure as you want them to be.
Great.
You get brought in, and you see this facility is made up of like concentric rings that act as floors, all the way up, all the way down, and like a panopticon, like the outer ringed layer are all circular, and they kind of are built around a central cylinder, basically, that goes all the way up and all the way down from the ceiling to the floor, and perhaps beyond. But you see that the central area is where security holds their monitors. They're basically monitoring everything from behind the walls, and you don't know if they're watching you or not, like a panopticon in this particular case. But they can see everything that's happening on all the floors. There's lots of view screens, and it's very sparse in terms of like furnishings and stuff like that, because it does look more like a prison than a research facility. Everything's like,
I was gonna say the
metal
old
floors and walls, and yeah.
the old psychiatric institutions. That's like the buildings still exist in this country.
Yeah,
Are designed so you can just turn your head and look down any hallways. Yes. Okay. So yeah, Eloise will go in to meet with Lauren. What's
okay.
title?
Oh, she's the matron ruler. Which Lady Randall would be fine.
Lady
That's
Randall.
sufficient,
Okay.
yeah. Minor
Great.
house, so yeah. Yeah, so she kind of looks like Virginia Madsen from like the 84, 85 Dune, Lich Dune, like visually. She's blonde, very imperial looking visage, and very expensive, nice looking clothes and such. She typically will she'll receive you in like a large area, not necessarily like a foyer or a throne room. You see, she's kind of like in a sort of like a common room where
Like a
that's not the
parlor?
correct term. Yeah, I wanted to say parlor, but like I was actually thinking of a galley. That's the word
Okay.
I was thinking of. Like where the common like security personnel will get together and eat and stuff like that for a break. The whole place is cleared out. with the exception of posted guards at every entrance. She just seems to be just sitting there having dessert, and they bring you in. This motley crew of mentats and sword masters and Bene Gesserits and guild members. She seems to be kind of annoyed, with you being here to conduct whatever audit you're here to conduct. She looks like you literally interrupted her meal. And she's like, "Well, what do I owe the pleasure?" she says, and she kind of like leans back in her chair and pushes her hot drink forward.
Eloise will stand like next to the chair nearest her and be like, "May I sit, Lady Randall?"
Please, she says.
Thank you. Eloise will. She's posturing flirtily, even though Lauren's celibate.
Yeah.
Uh
Hold on a second.
oh.
Daphne, give me a discipline roll, please.
Oh no.
For Daphne?
Mm-hmm.
Oh goodness, what is this over?
Observation.
I have observe as a focus.
Okay.
Let's go with truth, 2 dice, and yes, focus. 1 success.
That's not enough to get where you need to go. You need at least 2 generally, but it's like there's something about this lady that's a little off, or at least something a little familiar. Perhaps it's the way that her mannerisms, but there's almost something familiar about them. They remind you of Adelaide.
Huh. Alright, so Daphne is going to slip back into her ancestral memories.
Mm-hmm.
If she can do that without being obvious. And so the question she wants to answer is, did Adelaide and Lady Randall have the same teacher in the Bene Gesserit? Which would sort of explain why they look similar.
That's a good question. That's really far back. You're gonna need 4 successes, which means you need at least 1 success if you want to use all 3 points of automatic successes using other memory.
We're near the end of the
that would be
game.
understand.
Let's go for it.
Okay.
I feel bad spamming truth, but this is all to figure out what is going on.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 successes.
Okay. 1 second here. Yeah. So you get 1 extra momentum for the rest of the scene. You could do with that what you will. You could spend it to get additional details. But yeah, this lady has been a Jesuit trained.
Okay.
And indeed was trained by the same people that train Adelaide.
Do I have the name of that woman?
Yeah, make it up.
Oh. Don't mind me. I'm clicking over to my behind the name generator.
No person or GM has ever used that before.
Zavana is what it gave me.
Oh yeah, okay. Please put that in the Discord for my own personal notes later. So yeah, she was trained by Zavana. Okay.
I will ask, does Daphne let Eloise know this via eye language? Because Adelaide's her sister.
Yeah, I don't think she
Half-sister.
has the time to play the full complexity.
Yes.
But she will let you know that Lady Randall is Bene Gesserit.
You could just I imagine Daphne with like a glance just says the word mother with like the way that she uses her eye language that kind of communicates the concept, and you're
Got
like,
it.
oh, okay.
So yeah, then getting that info, Eloise will sit down and be like, can I offer you some melange with your dessert.
She kind of inclines her head. Oh. No thanks, she says. Oh, you can try to convince her if you wish, but she's like, no, I'm not interested.
Very well, just trying to be polite. You remind me of my half-sister,
And who would that be?
Adelaide Cheshire.
She kind of narrows her eyes at you a little bit. If you have, let's see. Daphne, give me an understand roll.
It's very funny that Eloise is triggering Daphne's rolls to me.
No, I like it. You said understand?
Yeah.
Alright, would a social awareness focus apply?
No.
Okay.
This is specific to the Bene Gesserit.
2.
The successes. That's more than enough. Yeah, so you know that the Bene Gesserit obviously use the spice melange and everything like that, but there are certain disciplines that they have that are kind of forbidden for some of their acolytes. One of which is the ability to control their bodies to such an extent that they can stop aging or significantly slow it. That is forbidden within their order. You know, if this woman was trained by the same people who trained Adelaide, they would have to be of the same age.
Right,
She
and
is
she
not,
doesn't.
or she doesn't appear to be. Proceed as you will.
So Daphne will try and do like a mysterious Bene Gesserit bow.
Uh-huh.
And say, we are of the same lineage. Women
I don't know what you mean, she says.
Women trained by Zavona trained me.
Trained you to be what?
Like, so she's in full Bene Gesserit drag. And so she
Yeah.
just sort of like looks down at her robes and like, what
Trained
do
you
you
to
think they
interrogate
trained
me
you?
in my own home?
This
Forgive
is a
me.
friendly visit between
Forgive-
sisters.
I have no sisters.
I personally would be happy to find out that, and I am happy to find out that I was trained. We share a lineage, let's call it.
She kind of returns your stare back at you. And she's like, enough of the chit-chat. What is it that you wish to do here? You wish to conduct an audit?
Yes.
This... On what grounds? Just because the Earl of Vernia said so?
Well, I would have preferred to do it under my own authority. Eloise leans in, like, predatorily.
Hmm.
I have a friendly question.
I may have a friendly answer in reply.
One not sister to another. You have no consort. Earl Bronso has no consort. That's...
Stop, she says. She holds up her hand.
It's
Please.
unusual. It is unusual.
It is strategic. And if you knew anything about politics in the Imperium, this wouldn't be a revelation to you, would it?
It's certainly not to me.
Call it a curiosity.
Let's just say I like to keep my options open.
I can understand that.
Good. I'm glad that we understand each other, she says. And she kind of looks around at the rest of your company. Lysander, are you disguised in the garb of the gear, or are you dressed as you normally would?
I would say he's probably dressed as he normally would, which is just kind of like military-esque,
Sure.
but with personal flair. If he's allowed.
We're keeping
Your
it-
blades.
I feel like we're not wearing any overt Cheshire livery.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Eloise would not allow that shit.
Yeah,
Not in a million
so
fucking years.
No patches or medals or anything with like
Right.
I
No
think
house
much
colors.
like I say, much like Nadim probably never wears Harkonnen fucking livery. Like,
Yeah. That was my next question. She would look over to the Mentat and see like anybody who's not like, because the guild kind of like exudes uniformity, right? Everybody is exactly the same, you know. So if there are any of you who arrive here looking different from the others, such as Daphne or Lysander, she's going to pick up on that immediately, and she has questions. I would imagine Nadim is
Yeah, I mean,
dressed.
I'm like, I have really wide shoulders. I'm a heavy set, like kind of wrestler looking kind of guy with a big bushy beard. I take after my uncle in that way, who I'm sure many people are familiar with. And my beard, yeah, is red. I'm bald. I'm wearing all black, like latex leather. So I don't have to wear any Harkonnen badges, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, no. So she kind of like, you blend in with the rest of the guild for the most part, but like Lysander and Daphne stand out in particular, and she's like, so the Bene Gesserit and a sword master came here with the guild to conduct an audit. Who, what exactly is this about, and what is it that you wish to achieve here, coming unannounced as you did?
Good questions. I'm happy to answer them. Eloise will reach out and like touch her hand as she says.
Oh no! She just immediately she sees you moving, and it's like a telegraph like fight. Like you move your
Perfect.
elbow, and she retracts her hand and leans back. No.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Eloise shrugs. Well, since I am, as you've mentioned several times now, the new administrator of the Spacing Guild, I've made some tweaks, changes. I don't think I need to explain them to a minor house. Eloise has done a full 180. However, I will be candid with you. I'll do you that service.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you're designing how these Hayliners are piloted navigatorless.
He just blinks, poker face. That's
I've
quite
sensed.
a story.
Did you know that the reason I am the head of the guild now is I'm the most prescient being in the universe?
Prescient. That's an interesting word. Where did you learn that?
It's passed through the family.
Indeed. And what family would that be?
I was formerly part of House Cheshire, but my allegiance is to the guild.
How scandalous, she says.
Yes. Is it also scandalous that I was exiled to the Sadakar train for 6 months, where I survived?
How impressive.
Thank
How
you.
How did you come to be the head of the guild, if you don't mind me asking?
I went to the Spacing Guild's outpost on that planet, and they brought me aboard the Hayliner, and let's just say me and the navigators have not always seen eye to eye, but now we do.
Just like that.
Just like that. I've also sensed a mind here.
Quiet when you say that. What are you talking about?
I'm suggesting
Sense
heresy, and I want to know for sure.
Heresy. This is something more relegated to Ix, my dear. This is not a place of heresy.
Then
But you
you'll
can
have
tell.
no.
I'll give you this for free. When you said
Sir?
heresy, there was a little bit of a twitch underneath her eye. Like, what did you just say?
Then you'll have no issue with me examining the systems you're going to put into these new Highliners, right?
Examine away. However, understand that there are certain places that are off limits to anyone.
Can
outside
you
of
tell me
myself.
why?
Well, because the work that we're doing here is cutting edge technology, and anyone who has eyes on this technology could conceivably uh, communicate such plans to our enemies and our rivals. Surely you understand that we have many, many rivals and competitors on Ix.
Of course. How about this then? I'm aware of I forgot the name of it, the thing that allows them to extract memories.
Oh fuck, the probes, the Ixian probes.
Ixian
Yeah.
probe. I'm aware of Ixian probes.
A relic from a bygone era. Clearly, that such technology does not exist here. We have no interest in it. She answered that a little too fast.
Of course you don't. So of course I couldn't offer if you'll show me the things you're only allowed to see. You're allowed to extract them afterwards.
Well, if you insist, I can take you on a personal tour.
I would love that.
Would the rest of your company wish to accompany you on this tour? Administrator?
I think you'd probably feel more comfortable if it was just me, wouldn't you?
I think you just read my mind.
I am prescient after all.
Mm-hmm. Come
Oh.
then, she says. She
Some of
holds out her
us-
hand.
Some of us can look into the past easier than we can look into the future.
Oh, there goes the Bene Gesserit being cryptic. Please elucidate on your mysticisms.
Cryptic? Not to a fellow sister.
You keep saying that, but I don't think we're related in any way.
I think we have a lineage in common.
Yours?
And
Hers, she
yours.
says.
One that traces back to Zavanna.
To who? Sorry, who are you referencing?
The name we just randomly picked up, the woman who trained both.
Oh, Zavanna. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I have not heard that name in quite a long time. Now, suffice to say that I'm no longer a sister or your sister.
Then we have something in common. I'm not welcome at the chapter houses either.
Oh, we're being honest about our deception now. How refreshing.
I've been nothing but honest, for the record.
Oh, I'm not talking about you, my dear. I'm talking about your truth sayer.
My niece /
Huh.
sister-in-law.
It's all Cheshires then.
No.
Now they control the guild.
She'll
At
gesture
least
to
all.
Nadim. She'll gesture to Nadim casually. No, not all Cheshires.
She kind of looks at Nadim and frowns a little bit, like, oh, that's some genetic stock
And again,
right there.
I was sent away from my family because of my prescience. I have been with the guild a very long time.
No, a troop of exiles comes calling then this evening.
I am the administrator of the Spacing Guild, and you will refer to me as such.
Ah, that's more like it. I see.
Good.
She's like, very well. Come with me, Administrator Cheshire. She says she holds out her hand, where before she was recalcitrant to, you know. Do you take your hand?
Absolutely.
Cool. Give me a discipline roll, please.
Oh goodness.
Does self-control apply here?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And now I get to use my threat. Yay!
Oh no.
Let's see. 18. Yeah, let's roll 4 dice over here. See what we got.
We have a momentum. I will spend one of it. I will also.
Good idea.
I am. I think right now it's full duty. Sorry.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Um,
Okay.
I will spend a termination point for one of those 3 dice to be a 1 automatically.
A wise choice. Let me see what the stats are for this this character. I hardly ever. Oh no, actually, I already have the stats. Forgot I had them here. Architects. Here we go. Yep. Okay. So I rolled a 9, an 8, a 14, and a 10. Let's see, and she's doing this for 6 and 7. Okay. 15. So, okay. 1, 2, 3. I
Three
got,
successes?
yeah, I got 3 successes that you need to
Okay.
overcome.
And I've got 2 to start, and then these 2 dice I'm about to roll. Got it. 6.
Ooh. Wow. Okay. So,
Sweet.
that is exceptional. You get 3 momentum out of that. At first, when she takes your hand, you feel this electric shock go through your hand and down into the bowels of your body. And for a moment, you completely forget about Amira and anything you ever felt for her. As you realize that, like, just touching this woman's skin is like, I want to know more, and you instantly get drawn in. Like, when you get up close to her, you get a whiff of her perfumes, and like, and it's just, for a moment it's almost intoxicating, and then you just like, hold on a second, and you kind of like mentally pump the brakes on the sensation that you're experiencing. And she kind of still, her touch lingers, and she pulls you along with her, and she kind of gestures for her guard to keep the rest of your entourage here until you've finished your little excursion into the recesses of the
Um,
facility.
Eloise is going to play into what she intended to happen. And be like, oh, Lady Randall, would it be okay if my entourage got somewhere to rest while we do this?
Of course, I would be a terrible guest if I didn't offer the utmost hospitality to my guests.
Eloise will like stroke her cheek. You're so sweet, Lady Randall.
She kind of smirks and kind of keeps walking with you hand in hand. What are the rest of you doing in the confines of the galley as the head administrator is being carried off by the matron of the house?
Daphne's just muttering under her breath. Well, someone's getting seduced.
Anybody else?
I'm not here, right?
No.
Okay. So,
Lysander's just doing his thing, just kind of maybe internally sighing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, Daphne's like, all right, the two of them gonna be alone together, and we'll find out what happens later.
Nadim, is there anything that you wanted to add about your current situation? Anything you want to do?
Yeah, I want to. I guess I just want to get lost in the facility someplace.
Okay. You start walking out with Roy, and you're like, hey, I have to take the dog to, and like they immediately bar your entry or your exit from the galley. Lysander, give me the discipline roll, please.
Lysander?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you go to walk the dog, and they're like, you're to remain here until we have quarters arranged for you, guards.
Oh, I'm Nadim.
I don't care who you are. You're a guest.
Oh no,
You
I
remain
don't
here.
say that. I'm telling you, I'm not Lysander. You said Lysander make a discipline roll.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, that's what the guard like tells
Oh.
you if you're like, oh, I'm so and so, and I'm here to walk my dog, and they're like,
Oh no,
stay
yeah,
here.
I don't say anything like that. I don't even. I was gonna walk past them.
Okay. You got 2 successes. You hear you kind of get a sense. You know military guys. You've been around them enough. Military people in general. Lysander. So like when you see like their operational procedure, their like the way that their posture, you can tell that there's a heightened sense of tension and a heightened sense of alert within the guards in this galley and outside of it. You hear outside the confines of the room, you hear weapons getting racked,
Cool.
shields and shit
That's-
getting activated.
That's awesome. Yay. I assume that I know eye language, and I'm going to tell everyone to prepare for battle.
Prepare for violence.
Yep.
You don't. The only one who doesn't speak the eye language is Nadim. But if Nadim wants to make
He's
a
a
similar role,
mentat.
they can
He's-
kind of. Yeah, he's already thinking like 3 steps ahead, so
Yeah.
there's a very good possibility that he's already aware of something going on.
I'm not too worried about Nadim. I'm pretty
And
sure
also-
he's got it covered.
And also, we're sitting on 3 momentum, so if anybody wants to utilize that pool in this scene while you still have it, you can. make similar sort of rolls for observation or investigation. Going once, going twice.
I will make that roll.
Sure, go for it. 2 or
That
higher.
be understand? Nope,
Uh,
discipline.
Discipline, yeah.
Three successes.
Well, then you need it. You got 4. So, yeah, you're sitting on 4 momentum that you could utilize. You coming to the same conclusions, but in addition to what Lysander was able to figure out, you see them, like, turning off their comms.
Someone
Okay.
alert Eloise.
I don't know how. We don't have any way to
We
communicate.
have secure communications. I rolled for it.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, in that case, Daphne will just send, ambush in the galley.
Yeah, you're taking on a short little walk away from the galley and towards the central portion of the facility. These doors open up. Let me set up the map for you here.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh boy. I've set this to
So-
hell. I'm so sorry, everyone.
I mean, we were
You
gonna
said
I
end
was
up
the
here no
problem,
matter
Jesus.
what.
Eloise, you come in through here, through this west entryway, and you see at the side, on either side, you see some security personnel, and you see some other people throughout this vast room. In the center is this sort of like centrifuge-looking cylindrical emplacement, and inside you see something that you never thought you would see, that you perhaps were not prepared to see. You see a navigator, a guild navigator, and with all manner of nodes and things hooked up to its head that go out into these machines that encase it. And you can tell like, they are completely exhausted and battered, and just just by the look in their eyes, the eye contact that you make with them, you can tell that they're in incredible pain. They've been tortured, and they're wishing, their eyes look upon you with this question: will you be the one to finally put an end to it? Please kill me now. And that's where we'll stop.
Well, shit.
I knew it. I was like, Eric's gonna say this fucking dramatic ass shit and fucking end it. Fuck.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that is all the time that we have for this week's game. But you can catch us here for more adventures into the Imperium next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's just go around the virtual tabletop one last time to introduce our wonderful cast, beginning with Leo.
Hello, my name is Leo. You can find me here playing this game, and today I played Archibald for you. So, got some good information.
And Aaron.
Hello, I am Erin. As always, pronoun she, Faye. I played Administrator Eloise tonight, who is in a really terrible situation now. But I've already started formulating plans, as I spend the whole week doing every time we play this game. You can find me at Great Cthulhu, pretty much everywhere. I think the only place you won't is the place you suspect I am not at, as a trans femme, lesbian ass bitch. Yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, Khaldun.
I'm Khaldun Khalil. What was that? Okay. I was playing Nadim Harkonnen, the friendly, normal, everyday Mentat. Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at @KKhalil, or on the Storyteller's Vault with making role-playing games and such. Uh, hopefully, I won't die. I'm as surprised as everyone else.
Ever.
Hello, everybody. I've enjoyed playing both Zoshir and Lysander for you. Uh, and I now return to being me. You can find me all over the internet as Am Changeling, except for, that one place that we don't talk about. Or, we do, but we did name it Twitter. But anyway, uh, and you can find me here playing in Dune and in Heart and maybe in your nightmares.
And last but not least, of course, Rachel.
Hello, I'm Rachel. I'm Stolen Fires. Thank you so much for watching this show. You can find this show archived on the Stolen Fires YouTube channel, along with other shows that we've played, including other seasons of Dune, and also Blade Runner, which they're finally releasing Replicant Rebellion, so we're going to get a second season of our Blade Runner show soon. I'm excited about that. But if you want more Stolen Fires content even sooner, come back here on Saturday for Prowlers and Paragons. It should be a good time. And then Mines of Fandelver on Monday and Hurt the City Beneath on Tuesday. We got a full schedule. It's great.
Absolutely. I've been Eric, aka Recluse Online. You can find me lurking around on the Stolen Fires Discord. Thank you all for playing, and big thanks to our viewers and fans for tuning in. Remember to head over to uscpr.org and pcrf.net. Share the link on social media and help spread the message. Donate what you can and advocate for Palestinian rights. And fuck ICE. And as always,
Fuck guys. Long live Minnesota as someone who has family there.
100%.
I hope they're
As
all
always,
safe.
bless the maker and his water, bless the coming and going of him. May his passage cleanse the world, and may he keep the world for his people. Good night, everybody.
Good night.